Alright, are y'all good to go?
Yeah, I would be live, dude.
Alright, sweet. I'm gonna put one of these motherfuckers in real quick.
Good to go. I'm good to go, man.
This is episode 14.
Yeah, this is episode 14.
What would that be? Catorce for our Spanish audiences?
Yes, dude.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah, Catorce.
Catorce, hell yeah.
Yeah. Trace,
I don't know any
Just
Spanish.
English. Yeah, man, you gotta figure that stuff out.
Hey, fuck yeah,
Bro,
dude.
you look Spanish.
I've gotten that before.
Have you got? You're
Yeah.
a fucking liar.
No, I've gotten that a bunch
Are
of
we live
times.
right now?
That's El Spino. We're live.
No, we're recording.
Oh, hey,
This is the Cream Pod,
we're
episode
Instagram
14.
followers.
Our co-host Trey couldn't make it because he's having a very invasive gender-affirming surgery. So
Yeah,
keep him in your hopes and prayers. So we have special guest Heath and Dayton with us today.
Oh
you know?
man, it's Heath Gray and Dayton Garrett.
Heath
I'm sorry,
Gray and Dayton
it's
Garrett,
Dayton
dude.
the Great over here.
Just some good old.
Have you not seen his Instagram story? It's not worth checking out.
That's Date Franco, man.
Dave Franco, just the guy you want to forget about. Hey, before we get into this, man, I want to know and pardon me, I don't want to take over your podcast or anything.
Let's go for
I want
it,
to know
man.
what the reason behind you guys wanted to start this podcast.
Just
It was really his idea. It
Just
was Joe's
podcast
idea.
dreams, dude. Just
Podcast dreams?
listening to podcast. You see him, bro. I'm like, I guess anybody could start a podcast. So, here we are, dude.
Hey, man, anybody get famous these nowadays? You know, like the hawk to a girl, man. You make one joke about sucking a cock, and you're the fucking bee's
Yeah.
knees all of a sudden.
I
Never have
want
to work
her
again
on
in your
here.
life. Man, I gotta start making more jokes about sucking dick. I could hit it big.
She did it.
don't think it worked the same for me, dude.
Oh man, yeah, I know I'm a little more prettier than you are, but man, fucking hopes and dreams over here. Oh man, her titty's a little small. Her personality's probably bland, but you know.
She's the best personality, dude.
Does she have
She's all
I've
personality.
seen 30 seconds of her talk in her life. A couple cobweb comments and spitting on the cock.
She said the best possible thing she could say.
Well, goddamn, you get the same thing from a fucking granny. She got that granny's got a little more cobwebs to beat off than she does.
No, yeah, the granny.
I can see an old lady saying
That old
that.
lady, well,
Yeah.
goddamn, old lady ain't got no teeth. She ain't got no teeth. She got a little more cobwebs. I think she stole that flame from her grandmother. In all honesty,
She said,
I'm not calling her fake. I'm just saying.
She came on a podcast like the next week and was talking to Zach Bryan's girlfriend.
Yeah, I
And she
saw
was
that.
like, that's really, like, I was more just being a smart ass because he came up and asked me a stupid question. She's like, what's the dumbest thing I could say?
I don't know if that's being a smart ass.
Well, she was in Tennessee, wasn't she? Like in Nashville.
Yeah.
You're obviously drinking. You're out,
Yeah.
out on that strip. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, if you see me on the Nashville Strip sober, like, call an ambulance. Something's wrong with me.
Is that where she's from, Nashville?
Well, that's I don't know.
She's
That's,
from Tennessee, but she, like, just went up to Nashville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she
I
said
didn't
she
know
was
that.
working at, like, a spring factory and, like, the video
I don't
went
know what that
crazy.
means.
She had no social media at the time.
What's a spring factory?
It's like,
Like
where
the
they
ones who make
springs.
springs.
Oh, for real?
And she said it just started going crazy, and like she didn't even have social media, and people were telling her about it, so she quit her job.
So the Hawk Tua girl is a factory worker?
She was.
Damn.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
strange, yeah.
She's just out there working her ass off.
She was working hard. Now
Well,
she's
dude,
like
Sitting on the assembly
she
line.
must have not had any social media because I thought there was a
People
huge,
couldn't find her.
Dude, there was a huge search for her.
There was.
It was like, yeah, it was crazy.
they found a bunch of fake accounts that weren't her. She was
Oh,
like, it wasn't me. I
Dude,
didn't have
I
Instagram.
was scrolling through TikTok and it's like, is this girl? Is it that girl? And
Yeah.
it's like, who fucking
They were on
cares?
the-
Like,
She's the most-
like, give me that hawk to her.
A
You know,
nationwide search.
What would be funny was like she probably sucks a not good dick.
She doesn't look like she sucks a dude.
She's a blonde. She's a white girl. What do you expect?
We were saying that the other day that, yeah, like, usually, like, blonde sorority girl head, I wouldn't say is the worst, but is a pretty low tier of head.
Yeah, it's pretty like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like an unenthusiastic blowjob, like rather lackluster,
Teethy.
teethy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and maybe like she could probably play harmonica better.
That Taylor Swift
Little more
head.
teeth
Yeah.
on there. Yeah. Oh God. Well, Taylor Swift. There's no way she can suck dick.
You know
Dude, the
Taylor
fact
Swift
that Taylor
can't
Swift is
suck a
one of the
dick
most
worth
famous
shit.
humans ever is actually crazy.
She's a
Man.
fucking hit maker.
She's so talented.
Is she talented?
I don't know.
She was talented in 2007.
I like
when
the
we were-
old Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, like you throw some like.
You're
what-
gay.
Well, what's the one like the songs that we grew up to? What would be one of those?
I didn't grow up to too many.
Never getting back together.
I'm not that well read into her cat.
No, like, I mean, when I grew up, like 2007 and 2008, like CMT and GMC on the TV when we're getting ready for school, and it was like, I don't know, what were the songs you sung?
Teardrops on my guitar.
Teardrops on my guitar, not necessarily.
The Romeo and Juliet one.
And
Yeah.
yeah. Or like, what's the one where she's like, you want your dick sucked? You want your dick sucked, like in the picture frame with the guy from next door?
I didn't hear that one.
What? I never heard that one.
You never heard that one?
No.
That one, yeah, you know that one. We've all seen that music video.
Featuring Johnny Sins.
Featuring Johnny Sins, dude. Oh my goodness, they would both blow up. No,
He could probably.
she would blow up a little more, I imagine.
If she got fucked by Johnny Sins and
Oh
like
my
sold
goodness.
it, Taylor Swift
Oh, dude,
to a girl.
she should. Apparently, Johnny Sins got married. I don't know how much fake that is, or how much belief.
No,
is
I've heard that she's a porn star too.
Did she take the name Sins?
Yes.
I don't think that's his real name.
But isn't she like Clarissa Sins or something?
Yeah,
Chlamydia
that's her
Sins?
porn name. Yeah.
So,
Chlamydia Sins would be a hard name.
Chlamydia Sins is crazy. But you take like his porn last name for porn and then
I think
his
that-
real name for real
I
life?
think that's like,
Of course.
with
That makes
your
sense.
fake last name. I think that becomes like your child's middle name.
All right.
I think it has to be. So it's gonna be like Johnny the Second Sins tuberculosis. I don't know. I don't know what his actual last name is.
That'd be
It's probably
crazy.
Brown.
Being Johnny Sins' son, dude.
That would be crazy.
Bro, hey Dad, what were you doing when you're 30 years old? Son, I was laying some pipe. Oh, yeah, like every son. Oh, I'm sure, Dad. I'm sure you were just getting after it.
You have to like grow into your cock or like the prophecy.
Hey, that's the magical cock.
Yeah.
Everyone
This guy's
knows
gonna
my
get to it
dad's
one
hung.
Oh, there's some pressure.
Dude, that's horrible. You know,
Giant
like,
cock is casting a shadow upon you.
Dude, you're living in the shadow of your father's penis.
well, dude, you know, like, I mean, everybody's probably had that scenario. Like, you accidentally walked into your dad when he's hopping out of the shower and you saw his cock and you felt bad because you're 5 years old. It's a lot different for that kid because you're like, I can see my dad with his fucking schlong wienering down this girl. And it's not just an average wienering when you're Johnny Sins.
Do you think he's gonna watch the video? I mean, you can't avoid the video.
You got to. You got to.
You can't avoid the video.
I mean, if I had a dad that was a porn star, like, curiosity is going to get the better of you.
Be like, what brought us this house? Like, you're like looking around. Like,
I mean, but if his mom was a porn star and he's watching the video of his mom and his dad, that's fucked.
no, that's crazy.
Do you think there's ever been a son of a female porn star and he started jerking off to his mom?
It's gonna be what was the girl?
Jesse Jane.
No,
Oklahoma.
not Jesse Jane. Who was the girl? She freaking hit it huge and she was big.
Mia Khalifa.
No, not Mia Khalifa.
Alexis Texas.
No.
Lana
no,
Rhodes.
No, not Arabella Danger
That one?
either. No, dude, what was her name? And she got roasted. on
Riley
Instagram.
Reid.
Riley Reid.
Yeah.
Was it Riley? No, was it
Fuck
Riley?
it up. Beat
Was it
up.
Riley? I don't think
I'm
it was
running out of
Riley
porn
Reid.
stars.
What's he getting whipped from the money stack?
Oh, dude, hey, stop! You're just gonna keep naming off these porn stars.
That's from her. That's from her single.
What was her name? She was fucking
Sky Bree.
No, he knows Sky Free. Dude, I really wish I knew. But no, like on the Instagram comments, like, who's that daddy gonna be? Nobody knows.
Oh, that was Lana Rhodes. Yeah.
Oh, Lana Rhodes. Yes, Lana Rhodes. Exactly who it is. Lana
You
Rhodes.
said it.
Oh, my bad. You said
No,
Sky
you're
Bree.
good.
But yeah,
I said
Lana
like
Rhodes,
7
nobody knows
names.
who that daddy is.
they think it's Blake Griffin. She was like, he dumb.
Yeah, I heard that. That would be fucking funny. Man.
Imagine thinking your dad's Blake Griffin and then you like turn out to be so not Blake Griffin.
You know,
It's like
short
some
white guy.
porno producer.
You realize you're Mike Malyak's kid. You're like, fuck.
You never dunked in your life.
That Mike guy is an interesting character.
Mike Malliot?
Yeah.
Which one?
His
Is that the
life,
one on the
dude,
like? Is that the one with the
He's
Logan
the
Paul
one with
podcast?
Logan Paul.
Sidekick,
Dude, he's a big old cheese weed.
He's just an interesting guy. His life is crazy.
What's he done? That's
He used
interesting?
to be like an extreme like drug addict.
It's the fifth
Is he?
vital, bro.
Like,
Okay.
crazy, yeah.
Okay.
Read his book.
I haven't read the book.
Okay,
but I've heard about
congrats.
it.
He's like RF Kennedy.
He's a wild dude. He like started. He got clean and like started making videos for Lovesac,
Yeah.
and like doing weddings and like making just like wedding videos and stuff. Just like learning how to do it, and he got hooked up with Lovesac and ended up selling Logan Paul a bunch of beanbags, and that's how they became friends. He liked Mike, and he was like, "Hey, you want to come with me?"
Is that what Lovesac is?
Yeah, it's a beanbag company. They also make couches too.
Really? God damn, we need. Yeah, what are we doing here, man?
He just started glazing.
Is this a
so
love?
good.
Is this a love couch?
This is, it's a modern.
A little
couch
sectional.
game.
Hey, we're working up here. We're trying to get there one of these days.
It's for orgies.
Yeah, someday.
For orgies?
We do some casting.
Hey. Casting couch. That's good. Hey, podcast 15 coming in hot.
Yeah, that's right. The 14.
14. No, this is 14. 15 coming in hot.
No,
Coming in hot. Yeah, you didn't know the cream is going to end up being a fucking porn
That
site.
can be on the Patreon.
Yeah, we'll have to start a Patreon. Yeah.
Hey, OnlyFans coming in hot.
Cream Pod OnlyFans. That's an idea.
Yeah, you get the cream podcast, you get the pie podcast.
Yeah,
They come together.
The Piecast.
The podcast.
Yeah.
See, bro, I know Adam22 has that podcast where, like, him and his wife will interview somebody and then they, like, fuck at the end.
Adam 22, is that the guy with all the tats on his face?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
I
I
didn't know that was
he
his
used
name.
to do like rappers and stuff. He
See,
used to interview like.
one. Yeah, we tried one like that when we ran a train on Trey, but it looked bad on camera. So we scrapped
Damn,
it.
yeah, was your asshole in it?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, can I see it?
I don't know. There's some moments. Someone cried.
There's too much cropping. It's like a Joe Biden freaking post.
There's poop.
There's like 30 jump cuts.
Trey wasn't eating bottom-friendly foods.
No, he shit
That
everywhere.
piece of shit. ruined the tile floor on here.
Yeah. What's the song with that burrito? I knew it was gonna be a rough night, man.
Damn, Trey did want us to note his absence while he was gone. It's very important to him that the viewers don't think that we fired him for some reason,
There's no money involved.
even though I'm considering firing him.
Yeah,
But,
5 viewers out there, don't worry about it.
He's not fired for now. He's out of town. That's why he couldn't be there. But fortunately, we got these wonderful guests here today, dude.
Is Trey the other guy who you guys had on the podcast?
Yeah, Trey's our third
Is
co-host.
your third co-host?
Yeah.
Oh, so we're not good enough for to have like all three people here.
You guys are guests.
Yeah,
He's out of
We're
town.
just kind of limping in with this one.
We only have 4 microphones.
Only 4 microphones. Wow, it's kind of a shit show around here. No, but I do want to make it known. I said something to Joe about getting on this podcast when he said something like 3 months ago when it was just getting started.
You told me about that.
Yeah, I told you about that. Yeah, but I just want to make it known for everybody here. And he was like, and it kind of like pandered off, and you guys finally followed me on Instagram. I thought it was like having a star-studded moment.
Damn, dude.
And it was like last Saturday, I was talking to Dayton over here, and I was drunk. It was probably 12:30, and opened Instagram first thing, Cream Podcast, and I was like,
The Cream
I
Pod.
instantly direct message, yo, bro, get me on the pod. Here we are.
We're waiting on
Here we are,
waiting
dude.
on me, yeah.
What is that, dude?
Well, hey, I'm glad you guys have me here.
And maybe your
Oh, yeah,
first
dude.
of many appearances.
First of many appearances. Hey, man, hey, I'm never scared to have a talk, and I always liked you guys. Dayton's all right, but you two are cool as a cucumber.
Hey, well, take a minute. Tell the viewers about yourself, bro.
Man, no, you
Introduce
gotta ask
yourself.
me questions. I'm not really good at being old reverse and different things like that.
Start with your name.
Start with my name, Heath Gray.
Hell yeah,
Heath
dude.
Gray, Dayton Garrett over here. We got Joe Spino. We got Nick Spino. How sure we are that they know you, especially at a deeper level. Maybe I should start watching the podcast a little more.
I'm not super sure, actually.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
we got 2 brothers. We think.
We were talking about that the other day. I was like, I don't think if we've ever formally introduced
Take a
ourselves.
second.
Yeah, tell them who
Hey,
you
I'm
are.
Joe Spino. I'm a co-host of the Cream Pod, and I work hard with Nick to bring you guys just fresh cream every week. So take it away, Nick.
I'm Nick. I'm one of the hosts of this podcast. Yeah, but hey, this is about the guest today.
Hey, co-host
Yeah.
over here. I'm one of the hosts. That's
glad you did
humility
that.
right here.
So dude, you're kind of known around these parts.
Dude, I hate it. I don't want to be known. I'm trying to fly under the radar.
For real, you don't like it?
Dude, I'm too popular.
Dude, people know who the fuck you are, dude.
I hate it. I fucking hate it. Dude, I hate like going out and people like, hey, are you Heath Gray? I said, nope. No, that's not me.
For real, you've denied being Heath before?
Usually because a lot of times it's like I'm scared somebody's gonna like come like, oh, you Heath Gray? Boom, cold clock you. You never know.
Oh,
You
damn.
never know- you
Like
never
trying
know.
to step up?
You never know whose toes you stepped on.
Yeah, damn.
It's like
You just
somebody-
worry that there's a bunch of people out there that want to hit you in the
maybe, like, well,
face.
Dayton, somebody like randomly who you never met comes up to you like, hey, are you Dayton Garrett? And kind of says it with like a forceful tone.
Yeah.
You're going to be like a little apprehensive, a little worried, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Am I Dayton Garrett? You can say no and you can always come back to being, yes, I am Dayton Garrett.
I guess
But
that's
once you
true.
say you are,
You are.
you can't go back from that.
Yeah. That's
Exactly.
So why do people know you, bro? What did you do?
Fucking, I guess I was a good wrestler.
Damn, a good wrestler.
He's better known as the ref now.
The ref, yeah.
Wrestler turned referee.
Wrestler turned referee. Man, I turned to the dark side.
It's a natural transition.
Well, man, for me, so yeah, okay, I'll answer his question. Went and wrestled at UCO, did that for 4 years, 5 years, I don't know. A lot of people go to college for 7 years. They're called doctors. I just ended up with 3 degrees, but I just love wrestling. And
You have 3 degrees?
yeah, well, actually 2. I'd go take one more class and have 3. They're
all
all
right.
bachelors.
So 2 degrees.
They're all bachelors.
All right.
He's about to go get his master's, but
Impressive nonetheless.
I just like to wrestle. That was my deal.
Yeah. all right.
And went and won a couple national championships. People always say, "Oh, 2 national championships? Oh, you're a hard ass." No, should have won 3 because I was a fucking pussy and let some piece of shit Italian from Ohio beat me. Dude.
Italians are tough, dude.
No,
Italians are
hey,
tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're AJ Ferrari, apparently.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, well, let's not get on that guy.
Let's see what
But no, yeah, but went and did that, went and wrestled, and then started doing a little refereeing just because, as a side gig, I had a buddy that we wrestled with at UCO who was ref, and he's like, "Man, Heath, you should go do that, you should go do this," and I was like, okay, and it was kind of like some good side money, and so it never hurt, and it was like, during wrestling season, it was like I could go do a Saturday tournament, I could do a couple duels, and it would get to the point where I couldn't do Saturday tournaments because we had Saturday practice. And so we'd do a little bit of that, and I guess it was 2 years ago that after the first year I graduated, went and did my first year, and people were like, "Heath, are you going to stick with it?" And I was like, "I don't know. This is my first full year. We'll see." And ended up having a really good time with it and like pissing people off like dating and different things like that. Make a bad call, really fuck the kids up. No, my main motivation when I go and ref is, and I had this conversation with the guy who's our rules interpreter, and it was at the Big 12 tournament because I went and worked with him. I said, "Hey, my first goal," and I told him, his name's Vance. I said, "Vance, tell me if I'm wrong. My first goal as a ref is to make sure no one gets hurt. My second goal is to call a good match." And I said, "Do you think I'm wrong?" He said, "No, I think you're right." And my motivation, my thought, well,
You're making me tear up.
I'm telling you, hey, would you rather tear your knee and get out for 6 months because a ref said, "Oh man, let them wrestle," and it's different in high school. It's in college. Oh, rip that son of a bitch off.
Yeah. That's
But yeah, I mean, what would you prefer? I would rather stop it, keep you healthy than keep him from getting 2 points, because and it's wrestling. He got there, he's gonna get there again, because what can you live with? Is it easier to live with a bad call and you get second, as opposed to you got to go live with 6 months of rehab, surgery, all these different things?
I mean, yeah, that's a fair point.
I think I'm right, and
Yeah.
I might be wrong. I've had one person affirm it, but I could be wrong. Dayton's a coach right now.
I would
Dayton, am I wrong?
No, I would agree with you.
Yeah.
Especially maybe earlier in the season, maybe in the state tournament, state finals, it's kind of like a
It's a
little more
little
cutthroat,
different.
but
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, especially early in the year, let's keep these kids healthy, and it's also just like a big. And we're talking about wrestling here. It's like because that's like why wrestling moms or just moms who aren't wrestling moms. Oh, I don't want my baby to get hurt. Yeah, and if we're out there as referees and we're not keeping these kids safe, every single time we're out there and somebody gets hurt, they're going to be like, "Screw this sport," and I'm trying to grow the sport and try to help the sport, and I want everybody to enjoy it and have the best experience possible.
yeah,
Oh,
you do
yeah,
want
dude.
kids to have fun, especially when they're little, because wrestling's hard enough for it to not be fun.
Yeah, well, when they're little, but dude, I will never referee little kids. I started out at junior high and I felt bad then, but never will I do little kids, because you got to deal with the parents, you got to deal with the it's
a little
horrible. And I mean, a lot of times you could probably go to one of those big tournaments like Tulsa Nationals, different things like that, and have better wrestling
Those
than
are
you
good
can
wrestling
at
tournaments.
some of these junior high wrestling tournaments. Because I mean, and I love them, I love the sport, but sometimes it's like, gosh,
Some
darn
good
it.
as hell, dude.
It's like, gosh darn, man. It's hard
Yeah.
to watch.
We do have a lot of really good junior high kids in Oklahoma right now, though.
Yeah.
coming
Yeah.
up.
I've never done junior
Especially
high.
around this area.
Yeah, I've never done junior high state.
Really.
Did you ever win junior high state?
One time, my freshman
One time?
year. Yep.
I never did.
I took 4th, dude.
4th?
Yeah.
Nice. Nick?
No, I never won.
Never did.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I got second 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I
Dude,
think
I
I was
was-
like fifth, and then I won it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
was-
was good.
What's that?
No, we're good. We're just checking audio.
Okay. I was notorious for getting second.
Yeah.
Oh, so much.
So you won 2 national championships at UCO.
Yeah, I should have won 3, but you know.
What about what happened during COVID?
COVID? Dude, COVID was the best year of my life. But before that, so, I mean, we're wrestling doing COVID, and you were still there that year.
Yeah.
No,
That was the year I tore my ACL.
Yeah, that was your, okay. So, that year, you know, it was what? Like March 9th or 10th, we started heading to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And that's like right when everything started coming out. I think it was actually March 11th, because that's my birthday. It was like kind of stuck with me. We're out there, we're like heading up, and they're like, hey, you know, supposedly some virus is coming out, and COVID, and we're like, whatever that is. And we're thinking like, oh, the liberals are just making a big old hubbub about it.
Yeah.
And like, we're literally on a freaking sleeper bus driving 9 hours to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And like, we're halfway there, and we've had these conversations about it. And it's like, apparently, it's like 8 o'clock at night. Apparently, the OKC Thunder game just got canceled because of fear of COVID.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert touched all the mics.
Yeah, we're starting to get scared. Like, oh man, this like might be a thing, and you know, because nobody knew. And so, like, long story short, we go and have our very last practice at the arena of the year. Wrestle with Dalton Abney. Oh boy. Did that. I stepped on the scale. I'm like 184 flat. I'm like, fuck. I'm not eating anything tonight. Like, I'm not eating anything. I'm just like gonna be wish-washing fountain water from the hotel bathroom in my mouth the entire
Is there
time.
any allowance?
No, college. Yeah, not in college.
No allowance. All right.
No, but that's what happened. And so we went and did that. I went and weighed on the scale, and then the NCAA gives us like a $25 gift card to like some local supermarket that we can go to. And so we went and did that, got all our stuff, went back into the bus. All the guys went into the back. I'm sitting there kind of in the front with our, he's like our legal director. I don't know what his exact title was. I'm not going to say his name, but I was like, hey Johnny, what's the sitch? What are the chances that this tournament gets canceled because of COVID? He said, Heath, I'm going to be honest with you, probably like 75%.
Damn.
And I'm thinking,
You're like cutting weight while
I'm
cutting
cutting weight, dude. I'm 184. I'm like 220 right now. I'm 184 pounds.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, Jesus. And we get back to the hotel. I'm sitting there, roomed up with Dalton Abney, and I'm sitting there just like pissed off because I'm like, I just know this thing's gonna get canceled. This thing's gonna get canceled. And then Dalton Abney walks in. I was rooming it with him. He's like, hey, bro, coach needs to talk to us. I said, shit, man. I already know what this conversation's gonna be. And he went through that conversation like, hey, the tournament's not gonna happen. Blah 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 blah. And then I went to my room, grabbed my Pedialyte, and I was like, Coach, so you're telling me I can drink this? Like, if I go drink these 2 pounds worth of water weight, this tournament's not going to just magically get put back on.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, you're good to go. And so, boom, down that, probably immediately up to 186, and then proceeded to go to the bars.
What was it like, just it being lights out, like right before the big moment?
Oh, that, man, it's hard to wrap your mind around. It was easy for me because I had guys who were like, well, I still had years of eligibility. Like, I was still able to go and do that. And I'll get onto this after why I still had years of eligibility. But it was hard for me seeing those guys who were done. You know, we had like Zach Moore, Cody Karstetter. They were done. It was their last year. They didn't have a chance to come back. And like, I mean, we went down the lobby. I'm seeing guys from other teams. They're crying. You know, their season's done. And man, I wish we had practiced a little longer, because they went and had, and I thought this was the coolest thing ever. They had matches like between about 6 o'clock. It was officially done, and they started rolling up mats. They were having matches between guys who would have been in the same bracket.
They were like, fuck it.
They're having like, it's like 145, 149, 149. Hey, we're in the same bracket. We're in the same house. This tournament's not happening. Hey, let's wrestle. Let's go do it,
or something.
dude.
That's badass.
And I saw videos. I wish we'd have been there because I'd have found somebody 184, maybe 74, 97. I wouldn't give a shit. I'd be like, dude, let's go. Like, let's wrestle.
You like hug and cry afterwards.
Dude, well, that's what it was. You know, I know a lot of the people who like I said, I saw a lot of videos, and I was like, man, that's true sport of wrestling. You know, and how often does that ever happen,
Fucking
man?
wrestling,
Dude, fucking wrestling.
Let's shed another tear, dude.
But
good
no,
stuff.
I mean, I thought that was the coolest thing, and I wish I'd have been there. I was already probably 5 beers deep by the time 6 o'clock rolled around.
That would have made it better, dude.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, I've been 5 beers deep out there with the wrestling match. I should have, like, two-stepped my way over to
Throwing
be
headlocks.
just headbutting people left and right.
That
But no-
next season sucked too.
What's that?
The next season sucked too. Where we wrestled like 4 matches before regionals.
Dude, I loved it, actually.
That was no fun.
Dude, I loved it.
Yeah,
We-
I had a 2-0 record going into regionals my senior year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hell yeah.
Dude, no, I loved it because I wrestled like 13 matches. That would have been my redshirt junior year.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I was fresh, I was freaking strong and big. I didn't have because the year before I wrestled like 33 matches, and that was excluding nationals.
Yeah.
33
Well, it
matches.
sucked for me because I was still trying to come back from
Yeah.
being hurt. I like needed the matches. I needed 10 or 15 matches to get rolling,
Right.
and it fucking just didn't work out. Yeah.
Yeah, it does suck.
Yeah, that sucks fucking balls.
I mean, dude, yeah, it did. If they'd have let us went and wrestled nationals, and they still would have been like, okay, you know, that year doesn't count, it would have been the best thing ever. Because after that, I mean, COVID for me, 2020, best year ever.
That was a fun summer.
Dude, it
2020.
was.
Summer of 2020 was a fun summer.
Dude, was it not?
We didn't
Dude,
have like there was a good time.
Dude, we're in Oklahoma. We're not freaking California.
Yeah,
like,
fuck no.
was COVID bad for any of us?
Not
I had a good time.
I'll do checks, bro, from the government,
Dude, it was shut down for a month. Like,
Yeah.
in Oklahoma, it was a month. The worst time in Oklahoma for COVID was the gym was closed down for a month. From, like, March to mid-April. And then once that opened up, it was awesome, dude. I had a job that's paid me $65 an hour, and I got overtime.
65 an hour?
Dude,
What the fuck
yeah,
is
I was a
65?
glorified janitor.
Where?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about where I was. But dude, I was
Send
making
an application.
I was making money. All I did, I went to work at 6 o'clock, worked from 6 to 3, and then went and got drunk with my buddies. That's
Damn.
all I did.
I worked at the
and
lake all
Dayton,
summer.
Dayton was one of those buddies I got drunk with.
Dude,
and
that
I'd
was-
wake up, do it again.
Old school NIL deals.
Dude, this is the best NIL deal of my life, honestly.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You think you could have got some money, dude?
Dude, if I'd have got there like a year later, probably I wanted to. I thought about like going, like approaching Paycom, maybe doing a what's the word? Like doing a commercial.
Yeah.
Just like a freaking black singlet, Paycom T-shirt. Give them a flex.
Bro.
This is who I do my taxes with, and I get my best payroll
Get
from.
me hard. Chill,
Yeah,
bro.
dude. You're not using Paycom. You're a loser. That's who I would be using.
Damn, that'd be nice. Paycom, bro. If any Division II wrestler was gonna get a fucking NIL deal,
You should have tried to
probably
get
you,
something
dude.
with like the garage or something right across
The
the street.
garage, yeah. Yeah, hey,
Free burgers out of the deal.
After a nice weigh-in, man.
Dude,
I'm
a
gonna go out
Brahms
there
deal.
and,
Go to the
I'm
garage.
gonna eat some sweet potato fries. It just energizes me.
I saw Brahms posted a fucking picture of this dude Dustin Plott.
Dude,
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
that's awesome.
They
Did you read? He was on like News 9, News 4. Did you read that?
No, I just
see
saw
it?
the fucking post. It was like promoted.
What happened?
Well, so he went and like tried to date his girlfriend in like 5 or 6 years ago. Like tried to ask her to date him in the Brahms parking lot. She said no. And then apparently Dustin's a big Brahms guy. Love the shit out of Dustin, by the way.
Yeah.
He's a good dude, man.
He's a good
good
kid.
dude.
Really good
Total
dude.
America.
Total
Where
America.
Dayton's from.
The good old boy.
Dude, he's a great guy. I love the hell out of him. But so from what I heard from the newscast was he went down there, tried to get him to date, and this is 5 years ago. Tried to get her to date her. She said no, and then they always went to Brahms, and then he went and took her back to Brahms, told her to wear something nice, and then proposed in the Brahms parking lot. Sappy SOB.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, yeah, I thought it was great.
It was
thought it was
great.
great.
It was
After a
good.
double head country jalapeno bacon cheese.
Yeah. Baby, I don't know. I'm a little bloated.
Just ate hard as fuck. No, that is funny. I saw that too.
You should go watch the like News Channel 4.
Oh, it was a news story
Yeah,
about
it
the
was on a news
proposal.
story, yeah.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
because
yeah, I
I
did.
saw it when he initially posted on his Instagram, and then I saw the I think it was on Facebook. I was just scrolling through, and it's like Dustin Plott proposes to his girlfriend. Cool, Nick. Obviously, I'm going to watch the entire thing.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I wonder how the transition has been at Oklahoma State with David Taylor coming in. I'm sure it's been very smooth, but
No, that'll be exciting to see what he can do with that program.
I think he's going to do some good things. He's at least going to get a lot of really big recruits
There's probably some fucking old heads.
because he's
who
so
are pissed.
popular.
Dude, I was ready
I
for
think
John
there were
Smith to be out of there.
Oklahoma State boosters that weren't too happy about it because they wanted Coleman in, but I mean, you got to go with David Taylor. Like Coleman's a good dude, and he's a really good wrestling coach. But
Oh,
gotta
I
go
forgot
with
there
David
was some
Taylor.
drama with that,
There's a
with the
little
whole
bit,
Coleman
but
Scott
I think Coleman
thing.
understood, and I mean that dude can go get a wrestling job anywhere in the country too. So
Yeah, that's true. It's not like no one else is gonna want him.
no, yeah, he's around. If he
Yeah, but OSU wrestling coach is a little different than just any fucking wrestling.
I mean,
coach.
they had to
That
do
is
their
true.
due diligence at least and try to get, the best guy that they could possibly get because they don't want to hire, like, Oklahoma State is not a job that gets turned over very often,
Yeah. Well, definitely not.
They're looking
Well,
for
who
someone
was-
to come in for 20, 25
Who was
years.
he was there before John? John was there for how many
who was
years?
his coach? It wasn't Gallagher. It was Joe C.
Yeah.
He had
Well,
two
how-
coaches in
How long was he
OSU.
there? Well,
I don't know. I know that there was a coach when John first came in, and then it switched over.
no, I think there'll be a lot of good things that come from David Taylor being there.
Mhm.
The only negative I can see is, he's an Ohio guy. And so and it's kind of his prerogative and his duty to go and recruit the best guys in the nation. So it's not going to be necessarily this year, but in the years to come, you're going to see a lot less Oklahoma guys getting recruited to the program.
That kind of sucks, dude.
I mean, it does, but at the same time, like that's more of an incentive for Oklahoma wrestling to increase. Do you want to go to Oklahoma State? And let's say like it comes back to being one of the best powerhouses in the nation of wrestling, and competing with Penn State. Oklahoma guys want to go there. Well, we've got to do something to increase Oklahoma
We
wrestling.
look at Edmond North, bro.
Dude, Edmond North's good.
I feel like that's like a step in that direction.
I mean, not quite Santa Fe.
Yeah, not quite.
No, the Wolves go hard at 3 Dog Night.
Three Dog
Show
Night.
up,
I want to ref
I'm a
that.
former 3 Dog Night champion, a couple times. It's not a big deal, but
Yeah, Edmond North has got some good guys, but
They do. I think they're
they're
dropped down.
bringing in the super team every year. So
Yeah, no, well, I mean, I think it's going to be really good. I kind of learned my wrestling from I thought I knew what wrestling was until about my sophomore year of high school, until Mike Ryan came down to Chandler. And he was at St. Paris Graham for 13 years, and that's where David Taylor was from. There's so many guys that are from there. And so, I mean, I think it'd be good. And my only worry about it is if David Taylor goes in there, he doesn't do well. People from because one way or the other, he's gonna recruit the best guys in the nation, as he should, not just guys from Oklahoma, but people from Oklahoma are gonna see it as if he is recruiting people from out of state and they don't do well, they're gonna use that against him.
it's not like we didn't have anybody from out of state at OSU. You know what I'm saying?
We do, but it's predominantly right now an Oklahoma team.
Yeah.
But it's coming less and less now. You had that guy from Iowa State. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't he a national champ? I think 165
Iowa State?
from Iowa State. I'm pretty sure he just transferred to OSU. And then you've got what's his name? Guy from Air
no,
Force.
the 97
Yeah,
from Oklahoma
the
State
heavyweight.
went to Iowa State. Christian Carroll, he went.
Oh,
to
he
Iowa
went
State.
to Iowa
Yeah.
State. Okay, I misread
But we
that.
we got Dean Hamidi, we got Hendrickson, Wyatt
Hendrickson, yeah, from
heavyweight.
the
He's
Air Force,
national finalist.
which was a surprising move. I don't know if he graduated from the Air Force.
He did. He graduated. And he got
he's-
like a waiver.
Okay, he's probably going to finish his time there and then go to the Air Force.
Yeah, I think they're gonna let him finish wrestling and then go.
No, I mean, I think it's going to be great. I want to see Oklahoma State do well. My dad did not like it.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
he
tell me
hated
the old
it,
heads, dude.
dude. Oh, my dad. And
my dad's a guy who never wrestled a guy in his life. Well, no, he was mad because what was his name? The assistant coach before that, who came from North Carolina,
Coleman Scott.
Yeah, he thought he should have been the shoo-in. He's like, man, that's the guy.
I was just saying that.
Yeah, he's like, he that's the guy. He's a bronze medalist. He was there. He left North Carolina. You don't leave a head coaching job from North Carolina to come to be an assistant in Oklahoma State if you don't have the promise that you're going to be the next head coach. And that's my dad goes.
Should have won gold.
Should have won gold. No, well, I mean, difference between bronze and gold. I mean, you're an Olympian.
Yeah.
You're an Olympian, and sometimes that's one takedown. It could be one takedown, the difference between you being bronze and you being gold.
Yeah.
And that's what my dad said. And he's been to every single, especially since I graduated, been to every single duel that OSU has had. And he's on the floor. And he's like, I'm not going back.
What?
Yeah, and
That's crazy.
initially I was like stoked to the max about it. Thinking like,
Yeah,
it's
I
the
thought it
best
was
thing.
sick. I was
I
like,
think
this
it's the
is
best
sick.
thing. And then he said that. I was like, I guess you have a point. But if they start doing really well and winning, he's going back.
Oh yeah, he's gonna.
He's going back. We're all fair weather sportsmen.
I'm just saying, if you look at some of the best OSU wrestlers, like Jordan Oliver's from Pennsylvania.
Is he? Well, dude, that's where it's at.
Easton, PA.
Derringer's from like fucking Washington. Like, are any of the best wrestlers from OSU from Oklahoma?
Probably not.
Dayton Fix
I
a
mean,
four-time
I
finalist.
mean, you've got John Smith, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Dayton
he's only a
Fix-
two-time Olympian.
Yeah, Dayton Fix. I feel like people shit on Dayton Fix. I read like comments on Flow Wrestling, and they're like most overrated wrestler. Like,
I mean, dude,
I'm like,
he-
he's cold as fuck.
Dude,
like,
he's the best to never win it. And
I'll
I
tolerate
know him.
Dayton
I
Fix
know him.
disrespect.
He's a good dude. But man, I mean, I hated it for him. I wanted him so bad to win it.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
felt bad for
everybody
him.
did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is like, I mean, he dealt with some tough motherfuckers, dude.
dude,
I don't know, like,
dude, you're out there scrapping with some of the baddest SOBs in the country.
He
Like,
wrestled through a crazy era.
Yeah.
four-time finalist is
Because
crazy.
he lost to RBY twice, right?
Uh-huh.
RBY
DeSanto-
twice.
No, not DeSanto. He lost
Dude
to.
from Cornell.
He lost to Vito.
Oh, Vito.
And
yeah.
he lost to Suriano.
Who is my favorite person on
Yeah.
Instagram now?
Huh?
Is Nick Suriano?
Dude, Suriano, dude, that
Handsome
guy-
Tuesdays.
Dude,
He's
that guy-
funny, bro.
That guy is a little bit crazy.
He is a little
I
bit
love
crazy.
It. I love it.
He's gonna be an actor, I guess. That's like what
Is
he wants
he?
to do. He wants
What-
to be an actor.
What's he gonna do? Be the weird guy in the corner?
I guess, yeah.
I feel like some wrestlers who get like really good and are just like known for wrestling have like a hard time transitioning past being a wrestler.
Oh, dude, that's me.
It's hard.
well,
That's
how do
me.
you- I feel like you feel.
I fucking hate it, man. I still love to be
You're not
wrestling.
happy, handsome Tuesday and motherfuckers and shit. dude.
Oh man, maybe I should. It's just
Well, he
so-
still wrestles too. He still competes.
Dude,
goes
he-
to the
Suriano?
World Team Trials, yeah.
He'll post the Handsome Tuesdays, and it'll be like Thursday.
Yeah.
He'll be like, "Happy Handsome
That's,
Tuesday."
I think that's like half the funny part about it.
He's funny, dude. I think he makes me laugh.
Hell yeah. He seems like he's like taking mushrooms or something. I don't know.
He's
dude.
on-
I think
Just-
he's just weird.
Just,
I think he's
just
a weird
constantly
guy.
high.
It's just autism.
Like,
Yeah, I
you're
think
Nick
he's just
Suriano,
weird.
dude, and you're known for wrestling, and that's all you do is wrestle. Bam, wrestling's over. You like don't have an identity anymore.
What do you got to do? Like go kick a kid on the street and hope somebody has a phone out?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, like go cause
make
a
content.
stir in the populace.
You gotta start a Handsome Tuesday, bro. Yes. That's his answer.
Yeah, I started off with Thirsty Thursday, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wacky Wednesday, Freaky Friday,
Wacky Wednesday.
Salty Saturday, Sinning Sunday.
You got to make one of those yours, man.
Ah man, I probably should.
You got 6 options.
Yeah, he just took Tuesday. He didn't
What-
even.
What's her name? Sydney Lauper already took Manic Monday, so I can't
Oh,
be
yeah.
mine.
Okay, we're down to 5.
Down to 5. Shit, it's a hard life.
Yeah.
Whack off Wednesday. Dude.
Whack
Yeah,
off
a whack
Wednesday.
off Wednesday. There you
Fuck,
go.
dude, I can't just like put that down to one day of the week.
Yeah.
Maybe I should. I'd be like, oh boy, it's almost Wednesday.
People more excited, like the exclusivity.
It make the videos better.
Yeah, yeah, the cum shot coming in hot.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck, I can't wait till Wednesday.
It's a week of build up every video.
Everybody gets built up for Wednesday.
It's fucking whack off Wednesday. All the bros are gonna get together.
Yeah, way to get together and do a podcast.
We're gonna get on Skype.
hey, speaking for the 4th of July, July 3rd, happy birthday, America. I'm pretty upset that I didn't wear anything
Happy
very
birthday.
patriotic.
This is gonna come out like a week after. Actually,
Ah.
on the last one, like a week ago, I wore some red, white, and blue, dude.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, but happy birthday
Took-
still, though.
Hey, 248 years.
for
Is that
America.
okay? Hell yeah.
248 years? Yeah.
Does
Dude.
that include the war? The
What do you mean
Revolutionary
include the war? Yeah,
Yeah.
17. Well, it includes from when we started from independence,
So
1776.
is that how? All right, I guess that's what we count.
Years? Is that how it worked? Years
So
work?
you count it like when we won the war. 'Cause that's
count it.
technically when we.
Dude,
became
I don't think
free.
anybody actually knows when we won the war, when they like surrendered. I mean, we might.
Like when the last
Does
troop left.
anybody? Nick, get your phone. When did the Revolutionary War
Come on,
end?
Jamie.
I've got to know this because I've never known. Like I can tell you when like the Constitution was like in what 1787. So when we ratified the
Did you
Constitution.
say the preamble? We the
Probably
people.
we the people
In order
hold these truths to be self-evident. I mean,
Yeah,
that's probably about as far as I can
I'll
get.
accept that.
I'm not gonna go through our first
Correct.
10 amendments.
That's a free-
Although the freedom of speech, religion, assembly, and whatever the fourth one is, Second Amendment,
The right to bear arms.
the right to bear arms.
Ryan Garcia, dude.
Yeah, no, we
The
can't-
right to
we
bear
definitely don't have the right to
arms.
bear arms. I know you're a bunch of liberals around here.
Sir, I have the right to bear arms. Like, that's why you can buy them in a nutrition store. Dude.
Can you?
One
What would
time-
I should get on? I should get on some SARMs, man. I'm a
No,
little small.
I did like one bottle of SARMs in like 2019, dude.
Bro, this is gonna be online. Are you sure you're okay to say that?
It was a research product. I bought it from a store.
yeah, because you thought you were a white stallion.
Yeah, dude. I was fucking
This is
trying to level
only
up, dude.
okay for prairie animals.
Dude, I was.
I'm a prairie animal.
I don't know what that means. But I was fresh off
Horse.
of a breakup, dude. And fucking, you know.
Man, hey, that's-
how do you
that's-
jack, dude?
Fucking joke.
I was like, I got
Jacked to
tapped
the
in.
max, buddy.
I had some friends doing them, and they were getting jacked. So I was like, give me some of that shit.
Yeah.
Anything injectable, like, if you fucking if you
better
got the
to-
needle out, bro, it's too much.
It's better to inject it than like take pills.
Yeah.
Well, dude,
It
apparently
is.
it's bad on your like liver. I mean, other than heroin, I've never done it. No,
Yeah.
never done heroin. I've been getting my entire life like, oh, Heath, you're on fucking steroids. On steroids.
You
No,
got
I just put the work in.
That's a common steroid answer, though, for people that are on steroids. I just want to.
Hey, God strike me down right now. I've
That
never
is
done
true.
steroids. Dude. If I had done steroids, or like if I were, I'd be 250 right now. I would have been a heavyweight and just yoinking on big fat son bitches.
Yeah. I think you would have went 3 national.
Maybe, yeah. I wouldn't be a pussy with 2. I'd be a fucking steroided out fuck with 3.
Yeah. That'd be sick, dude.
Yeah. Well, if I'd have won 2 without COVID, I'd probably be like, I'm good.
Dude,
Just stroking my own ego.
I would have won a national championship, but I just couldn't wrestle good enough, dude.
Yeah, that's that. Hey man, it happens to a lot of people.
That was a big barrier for me too. Is that I kept losing matches, and in order to get the championship, you're supposed to win all of them.
Yeah.
So-
I gotta beat the guy at my own weight on my own team to make the squad.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Nick over here, who'd you wrestle in the bronze and blue that one year when you busted out the tights?
Oh my god.
Oh, Nick Juray.
Was it Jure?
It was Juray, yeah.
Oh man, that guy. I hated drilling.
Nick
with that guy.
Jure.
That dude was tough,
He,
bro.
he was
Yeah.
tough as all get out. I hated drilling with him because he was.
He didn't last very long.
Yeah, well, that was the year we had a bunch of Kansas guys come in, and a lot of them
Not very
faltered out.
many of them
no,
Those
lasted.
people from Kansas, dude.
No offense to
I think
Kansas
Braden
wrestling.
Morgan was
We
the
actually
only one
talked
that
about
lasted.
How Kansas sucks before on this podcast, dude.
Dude, well, it can't do. I mean,
That was a good group of kids, though.
they were, man.
I like them.
They're all nice people, and that's everybody from Kansas. They're too fucking nice. 'Cause I went to Kansas my first year. I went to Newman because nobody wanted me, and maybe I signed too early, but I went to Kansas Newman, and I went up there, and I'm like, dude, this is like Midwest to a T.
Uh-huh.
And like in Oklahoma, you have a little bit Midwest, you have a little South, and usually the people from like in Oklahoma that are from Midwest, I do not like.
I thought about going to Newman out of high school.
I'm glad you
I
didn't,
almost
man.
visited, but I was like, nah, like Kansas is so far.
Dude, we wrestled in a convent.
A what?
A convent.
What the fuck is that?
A nunnery. Where the nuns
Nunnery?
are? Yeah. So
Are
it's
they
a-
wrestling?
I wish, man. Dude, actually, I don't wish because the nuns would probably whooped our ass. They're fucking mean. They came out with their rulers.
Were they like hot nuns or no?
Man, that's probably a good thing there weren't no hot nuns.
Damn.
I'm like, what? Yo, girl, what's under that robe?
Damn. Father bless this sweet nuns.
Father, forgive these sins that I'm about to cause. No, our wrestling room was like, to get in there, we had to walk in like an old abandoned pool,
And then that's where our locker room was, and then we had to walk back up to our wrestling room, and there was like a mat and a half.
Damn.
So it was nothing special. I mean, it was cool when I was there, and it was cool when I was wrestling, but like when I first got there, it was a wrestling season, and we're going to party, and I have a fake ID, and we'd go to a place called, what was it called? Piano Bar.
Is there girls up there?
There's girls everywhere, buddy.
I mean, there's
they're like 52% of the population.
But more or less than UCO.
That school actually, and that was kind of a big selling point for them, was like, yeah, we've got like 75 to 25% women here. I was like, nice.
You said 70 to 25%?
75 to 25. I don't know what the extra 5% is now. That was back in 2015. Now it's probably 75. It's probably 70 to 20. Who knows what the extra 10% is now?
Yeah.
Look at this. Like,
All right, but yeah, back to your going from Newman to fucking I winning the national championship.
Oh, so we'll do this. So I went to Newman because nobody really wanted me. You know, I freaking had a good record coming out of high school. It was like, what, 110-8? But that's like from 3A, and I only won it once because, like, was a pussy sophomore year, lost a match I shouldn't have. You know, we're all wrestlers. We know. We've all lost matches we shouldn't have won. And then same thing, my junior year, I was like 37-0 going into the state finals, lost 37-1. And then finally went and won it to our buddy Seth Fritz my senior year.
I was against Seth?
Yeah, I was against Seth. Yeah, finally won that. Yeah, he took me down first, and I was like, oh, fuck no.
He has to fucking hate you.
Yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, you can't. Yeah.
I haven't seen Seth in forever.
Seth's a good dude.
I
man.
miss Seth.
I like the shit out of Seth, but I was like, yeah, he took me down in the first period of the state finals. I was like, oh, not again. I was like, not again. But I think at that point in time, I'd already signed to Newman because, like, nobody wanted me. I signed early. It probably could have went somewhere better, but went there, wrestled, had like a good season. I got 6th at regionals. I should have like got 3rd or 4th. So a fucked up deal, and like we can put this on me. I was supposed to wrestle. So this is the consolation semifinals. If I win this match, and this back when it was like top 4 still
The blood
go.
round.
In the blood round. It's basically the blood round of regionals in Gunnison, Colorado. Apparently the highest elevation gym in the country.
Damn.
Doesn't matter. It didn't affect me. But sitting there, getting ready to warm up. It's like 5 minutes before my match. My buddy walks up to me. He's like, hey, your roommate's here with your girlfriend and her friend. I was like, oh, that's cool. And I kind of thought about it. And like, yeah, they took your truck. I was like, what do you mean? Oh, yeah, they took your truck. They drove your truck 9 hours to Gunnison, Colorado to come and watch you wrestle. And I'm 21 years old. My mind isn't like as like nice and taut as it is now. I lost concentration. And so I went out there and lost. I went and lost to a guy from UCO, Mason Thompson, who I had beat 2 times that year.
Really? I didn't know you wrestled him.
Yeah,
I remember wrestling him in practice.
I had wrestled him at like the Newman tournament that year, and then in the duel, beat him both times. Was getting to wrestling, then beat him the 3rd time. And then my buddy walks up and is like, and breaks my concentration.
He's tough as fuck though.
Yeah, he is. He was good, and like I can't use that as an excuse. But that happened. Lost, and I was like, I don't care. Went and got 6, so I guess I was like a 2nd alternate. But went and did that. Didn't really like Newman. Decided to leave. Well, I took a year off because I was like, man, I don't know if I want to wrestle or not. I'm just gonna take a year off. And I went to college. And worked. And then it was about, halfway. It was probably like March or something like that. It was right after like all wrestling season went through, and I'm watching D1s and different things like that. I was like, man, I still got it. I've wrestled once in the past year, but I've still got it, man. I know I can still go do this. So what I did, I got onto the UCO website. I sent a recruiting questionnaire in to UCO. You know
Really?
that? You know how I got to UCO?
So you reached out to them?
I reached out to them. I got to UCO by recruiting questionnaire. And I got a phone call from Kyle Evans, like 30 minutes later, and I was working at the time and couldn't answer it. Then 30 minutes later, Coach Stidley, and then ended up calling the next day, and they're like, "Hey, because Kyle Evans was the coach. He was the assistant coach for David James.
Yeah, he was there when I first got there.
Yeah, he was the assistant coach for David James. What year did you get there?
I got there in 2017.
2017. Yeah, my first year. Yeah, so and that's what it was. And he had seen me wrestle, and so that was like really good for me to get there. And boom, went there, talked to Coach Stidley. Coach Stidley's an awesome guy. He really gave me a chance. And it was, hey, we can give you a scholarship. Do you want to see the campus? I said, you're going to give me a scholarship? Where do I sign? And then, boom, went and signed it, did my thing. When did I think I had an opportunity to go win it? I mean, a lot of it was just having good people around me. You know, I was in there and I was hungry, wanting to do wanting to be good, and I just wrapped a lot of my personality around wrestling and different things like that. Went and was training with Caleb Cotter, who was, previous All-American.
You mean motherfucker.
Dude, that's a big old bastard. Do not let that son of a bitch get legs on you.
I've never even had to wrestle.
Dude, you're lucky you did not. But no, I mean, that was the year when you guys were there.
Yeah.
And we had still had, and we were still in that old
It
wrestling
was the
room.
first year of Stidley.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't even tell you when I first, thought I had the opportunity. That year I went and, it was probably when, I went and wrestled a couple OSU guys, beat them at the OCU Open, went and won that. Went and got second Fort Hays, lost to Noel Torres in the finals there. And
Newman, right?
Yeah, he was at Newman. He ended up winning it that year.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, when I knew I could win it, we went to nationals in Sioux Falls. That was the year that Eli Hale won it.
Oh, yeah.
Went up there, and I'm watching these guys 184 pounds wrestle, and I'm sitting there like, I'm next to Coach Chenoweth, and I'm like, dude, I can wrestle with these guys. I can beat these guys. And from that point on, I was like, dude, I can do it.
Yeah, Turner, you really could, dude.
Just like, dude, I was like, and I wanted, and I went 21-3 that redshirt year, and it was lost to a guy from Missouri, national champion, and I don't even know who the third guy was Hayden Hansen from Norman.
Yeah,
he had another OU guy,
Yeah.
which, dude, that was up at NEO. Did you go to that tournament?
Yeah.
You went to that tournament? Did
yep.
you win that tournament?
No, I got third. I got beat by Joe.
Yeah. It's been?
Yeah.
Dude, no,
I
that
wrestled him once.
I could never beat him. He's the only person that's beat me that I have never beat.
really.
I got fucked
Yeah.
up, dude.
Well, that pissed me off because I went and wrestled Hayden, and that was a guy who I had wrestled when I was 7 years old, and had just proceeded to beat his ass. We probably wrestled 10 times, and I beat his ass. I mean, I beat him every time I wrestled him. And then the last time we wrestled at NEO Open, he beat me. I
You got
second.
good.
I
You
was
got
so
really good.
I was so mad.
That's crazy.
And they might have called it up because there's 7 seconds left in the match, and I had a good stand up, and he said, "Boom!" blew the whistle, and I guess I was a little quick, but I was out, and they put me back down, and then he just locked on, hold me down. I was so mad.
That sucks ass, dude. Yeah, that's an OU dude. Didn't you wrestle D1?
I wrestled at
before
West
UCO?
Virginia my freshman year, yeah. And then I came back to UCO the exact same time as him. They just called, I was kind of talking to guys on the team already, telling them, hey, I'm probably going to leave, because there was a bunch of Tuttle guys on the team at that time. And so I got my release, and then, I was still in Morgantown. Coach Stidley called me, and he was like, hey, you got released? And I was like, yep. And he was like, when you get back, come on a visit. So I made a visit for that next Monday, and I literally took my last final the next morning and, packed my car and left right then, drove all the way back. And then, I just went on a visit, and they offered scholarship. So I was like, this is where I'm at. So
In West Virginia, that was one of the top party schools, at the time.
it was a little crazy, yeah.
We've never talked about that. How
It is a different world out there for sure. I've been to OSU and OU, been to football games there and stuff, but there's nothing like a football game in Morgantown, dude. It's because they don't have professional sports in West Virginia.
Yeah.
So
You're out
if you're an athlete at the West Virginia University,
You're
you're the professional athletes basically, and everybody comes to watch. So it's the football games there get wild. I'm actually going back for a home game this year.
How were the wrestling matches? When you guys would go hold a duel?
It wasn't nothing crazy. It was probably similar
They have
to
a pretty good stadium or not? Or arena?
Our gym was cool. Yeah, they call it the Coliseum. It's
Yeah.
pretty sick.
Was it probably 10,000 people maybe?
We could probably see 15 maybe. I don't know. It was big.
Yeah.
But it West Virginia's a big basketball school too.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they played the tournament.
They're a really good basketball school. Yeah.
No, that That'd have been awesome. I wish I would have been able.
It was
to
a cool place
go
to
D1,
live.
you
If
know.
I wasn't an athlete, it would have been a really cool place to just go to school.
What the
Man.
fuck are the girls like in West Virginia? They like blonde. I'm pretty sure like
So-
blonde, like
White.
country
They're
girls,
very
right?
white.
So like Morgantown, like hardly anybody lives in Morgantown unless you go to school there. Like not a lot of people are just
yeah.
from Morgantown. Like there's obviously people that live there, but
They're like trailer
Like,
people.
there was a lot of people that went to West, like they were
They're
from
real people.
West
Big
Virginia
mountain
that
The
went
mountain
there.
people.
But honestly, like most people were just from everywhere. Like there was people from California, Oregon, Ohio, Pennsylvania. Like a lot
Not
of East
many
Coast.
locals.
Not a whole lot. I mean, there was a lot of kids from West Virginia, but like everybody I met was from somewhere else. It was crazy, especially being athletes. Like not a whole lot of crazy athletes in West Virginia. So like everybody on my team was from all over the place. So we were all kind of like really close because nobody's family or
You're from fucking
friends.
Oklahoma, that's
Nobody
like
was
random as
close.
it
Yeah,
gets.
dude. Like I was so far away. So
From Oklahoma, dude, he's probably like freaking like right around his people in West Virginia.
Yeah, man, small town to small town transfer. Dude.
Damn. So, what was it like going from somewhere like West Virginia, where no one really even knows each other, to switch into wrestling in somewhere like Oklahoma, where like even if you're wrestling at the college level, like there's dudes on your team you've known since like middle
Yeah.
school. So,
yeah, there was some. I don't know. It was pretty like West Virginia. The team was really really close because nobody had their families. So like if your car broke down, like you couldn't call mom and dad. Like somebody on your team had to come help you.
You had to call your 133
Yeah,
pounder.
like you had to. Yeah,
Yes,
so like
Jack.
we really did like shit like that. We pulled together and like you would help each other out. That was a really cool thing about West Virginia. And then coming to UCO was comfortable too because like I did know everybody. Like shoot, 6 dudes on the team at the time were from my high school. So I had teammates that I had been wrestling with all year for a long time.
What the fuck is up with Tuttle? Like, why the fuck are y'all wrestling so hard in Tuttle, dude?
I don't know, dude. Mike
I didn't
London.
even know
Dude,
about Tuttle
Tuttle-
before I
dude,
came to UCO.
Tuttle, dude, how have you not known about
Well,
Tuttle?
I knew-
Tuttle has so many good things
I
about
knew
him.
they were good, and they're like a small town. I've been to like a little league tournament there when I was a kid one time, bro. But like,
Did you get second?
I didn't realize how deep it was. I might have got beat out.
Dude, I
don't even
I
remember,
hated
dude.
wrestling at
I was a
Tuttle.
kid.
And I went to Tuttle for like little league tournaments like 3 or 4 years in a row. Got second every time. Lost to some guy from Anadarko who was like his last name was Rough Face.
Damn.
Lost to Montori Bridges in a match.
sounds like a tough guy.
Into a match I should have won. I was
Did
like
you
after
win?
4 seconds or
We're the
like
same
4
weight as
seconds.
him?
Dude,
We're
this is
little.
like when I'm like 7
Yeah.
years old, 8 years old. And I was like, but after the second place at Tuttle, I was like, I am never going back. Dad, do not sign me up
I
for that
probably
tournament.
got butt jacked and half Nelson, dude.
Hey, so there's something I've always fucking wondered about Tuttle. So all the Brahms farms are in Tuttle, right?
Yeah.
They are.
And Brahms comes from Tuttle,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
but there is not a Brahms in
Yeah,
Tuttle.
we don't have a bronze in
Seriously?
Tuttle. Yeah,
Oh,
it
why
sucks.
is that?
I have no idea.
You gotta
I've
go to the
always
dairy,
wondered
man.
that myself. Yeah,
There
because
has-
it's literally like 7 minutes outside of town.
So there has to be like a specific reason why there's not one in Tuttle
I
at
don't
this
know.
point.
I have no
I don't
idea.
think the people support it.
Because I would
dude.
think that Tuttle people like we would always go to Brahms from like Tuttle. Like we'd go to Newcastle or Mustang to get Brahms. So I don't
Against
know why.
Dustin Plott, dude.
So how
Yeah.
far do you have to drive to get to a Brahms from your house?
Well, I lived in Newcastle, so it was like 6 minutes from me.
Oh,
But
okay.
like from Tuttle, Brahms is probably like 15 minutes.
It's kind of out of the way.
Dude,
10
that is
minutes.
out of the way. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I can go. I can
We
look.
had, like,
local
Sonic.
convenience store, get some Blue Belt.
We had Sonic and Taco Mayo.
Taco Mayo.
Taco Mayo slaps.
That is.
Dude, Taco Mayo is
slaps.
awesome.
I'd rather have Bueno.
Dude, get some. No. Get
I
some
love
potato-
Taco
Del
Mayo.
Taco.
Dude, get some potato locos. I don't think I've ever had Taco Bueno in my life.
I like
And
Taco
I'm
Bueno.
not upset
but
about them.
I do
Bueno
like
growing
Taco
up,
Mayo.
dude. I'm eating some fucking Bueno, bro.
Well, yeah, we're just a small.
I
small
fuck with
country
Bueno.
folk. We're not from the big city of Edmond.
Damn, my bad, my bad.
Yeah, it's okay, man. You know, we,
Did y'all have a
Hey,
McDonald's?
some of us are more privileged than others.
We did not have a McDonald's.
See, I
You have a
pretty.
Dick Donald's?
There was pretty much a McDonald's like in our high school parking lot.
Really? Yeah, there was.
Like it was just like
By that
right
gas
next
station?
there. Yeah.
Yeah, so y'all probably walk there and stuff.
Oh yeah. No, I used to walk to school, bro. Catch a few breakfast burritos on the way. Like
Dude, what the fuck is it like living in a small town, dude?
Simple.
I'm gonna
Fun.
warn you guys.
Dude, nice. It's easy.
You can get away
It's
with a lot
great,
more.
Dude, it's great growing up.
This sounds awful.
Dude,
Dude,
it's-
I've been to some of these
dude, it's-
places.
It's great growing up in like, especially like Tuttle, Chandler, where I'm from. I mean, we're a jump hop away from the city. We could be there quick.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
good to you can get to the city quickly, but you don't have to be like.
yeah,
in it.
we get the girls from the city. We can go to the city.
You also get to do whatever you want out there in the country.
Yeah,
Like you're
you
not
like-
have like police everywhere watching everybody's doing. Like everybody's chill. Like there's not a whole lot going on, so you can go have bonfires
we're
or
better
whatever.
at drunk driving than you are
See,
because we had the opportunity to do
When
it.
I was a kid, the cops were constantly fucking with us,
Really?
dude.
Yeah,
we would have to deal with
I
traffic
bet
and red
you guys
lights.
had to be a lot more like paranoid in high school, like running around town on the weekends. Like we were just out there in the
They
country.
know you're up to some bad shit.
There's a constant threat of getting arrested.
There's
Yeah,
always gonna be
like,
somebody
yeah.
doing something
Yeah,
bad,
you've got
bro.
like probably like a cop per square mile. We probably have like half a cop per 5 square miles.
See, I will say on our last podcast, we did talk a bunch of shit on small towns
Yeah.
and dog dung.
Man, I
I
gotta,
did,
go, I gotta
yeah.
go look at that. I wish I'd have seen that one before this.
Nah, dude. Not a bunch of shit. But we're
Yeah,
just saying,
little
like,
bit.
like, how do you go from that to, like, coming in, like, to the city and, like, you go from, like, you know everybody. If you do something, like, everybody, like, your family might know or something.
It's great. It's fucking awesome.
But I couldn't even imagine,
because like
having
everybody
that dynamic.
knows the shit you do, and you come up here and nobody knows.
I couldn't even imagine having that dynamic in the first place for everybody.
Well,
knowing you do,
the
bro.
trick is like being smart enough to not knowing where everybody knows your shit when you're in a small town. Like
Yeah.
that's like me.
And I
I
feel
don't
like
want nobody. I don't want anybody knowing anything about me. And the trick is, don't get caught. I never got caught. You think I didn't do fucked up shit when I was in a small town? Yes, I just didn't get caught, and people didn't know about it.
Well, we speculated, dude, that small town dudes are more likely to be simps, bro.
Simps,
Because of
bro,
the way that they
bro.
like deal with like, oh, like that's my hometown girl, like
You guys grew up with like
Yeah.
the same group of chicks.
opposed to
Like,
like a bunch of different girls, and you could meet a bunch of different girls even in high school and stuff, and like your interactions with these girls don't matter because it's not gonna like trade back.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
so we got this thing called like responsibility, and we have to like we have to be sitting there like aware of the
He
things
outed
that we
himself
said.
as simp.
Yeah, so yeah, you're right. It must be pretty easy. I can just say the most offhanded thing off the cusp and not have to worry about it because it's gonna get like diluted in the 1,300 of the kids you have in the school.
Yeah. That makes
yeah,
sense.
no,
Yeah,
like
a little personal responsibility on my part.
when I was in high school, you could say some shit to a chick at a party, and she could live on like the other side of the city, and you're never gonna see her
Like
again.
3 blocks
So
away, there's
yeah.
2,000 people.
So if you do something ugly or you strike out or something, it's like zero consequences
It's
almost.
low consequences.
No low, yeah,
So yeah,
low
that's
stakes.
what it is. That's what it is.
Low stakes pussy. Where we're from.
Yeah, so we had high stakes pussy. You guys in the big city, you could just say the most offhanded things, and you didn't have to deal with consequences.
Well,
It's
dude,
not like
I'm
all
just
girls
saying,
and
dude.
girls, though, You
If
say high stakes, we're talking like high stakes poker. is
Low
like big
stakes,
pots.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
d-
when you're in a small town like we are, it's all high stakes.
Yeah.
You might think Johnny Rottencrotch is the best
It's
thing
probably
you've
some
ever
scale
seen.
adjusting.
Yeah, that's when. Yeah, it's not till you're like 17, 18 years old when you're like affirmative driving and you can go to these other towns. And you're like, okay, what's happening in Wellston?
I
What's
bet you
happening in
driving's a
Stroud?
way bigger
When you-
deal, bro.
Yeah, and then you like really get to like feeling good when you're 18. You're like, what's happening in Edmond? And then we're just, yeah, you know why you couldn't find any of these like high class girls? Because these small town guys are picking them off.
Damn. Well,
I don't know if that was
I'm
exactly.
I'm talking about both of
My
you, bro.
experience, yeah.
Personally, you know, I think I would like to think I've done pretty well. You know.
Nah.
I'd like to think
the
I do
small town
all right
stuff
for
was,
myself.
Like if you did anything on the weekend, everybody knew about it at school on Monday.
Yeah, that is true.
That was a drawback.
Yeah.
But it also was cool because there was like a sense of community. Like
You know,
you got to
get
be.
you get to own it. You know.
Yeah, when you go to a football game, it's not like so much like I don't know. It's just all
got-
your friends are there.
You got people that actually care about the sport and different things like that, not just like these spinos
kids
out here
running
trying to get
around.
some low grade pussy.
Low stakes
Low
pussy.
stakes. I'm sorry,
High-grade
not low
pussy,
grade.
low
Low stakes. Low
It's the
stakes.
best of both.
No,
Hey,
because
there's
I feel
nothing wrong
like,
with
dude,
low stakes.
I feel like that dynamic would fuck with me if that's
What's
how I
that?
grew up. Just the
I think, yeah.
yeah, every social interaction is for keeps. Like,
Like on my
Not-
path.
But you're like
with the
comfortable.
school
You're
with-
comfortable around everybody though.
dude, I could get in a fight over the weekend, and like, the only people at school who knew about it were my two buddies who were there when it happened. Like,
Like, there's no chance my like parents would know their parents. Like that.
Yes,
wouldn't even
yeah.
happen.
Oh yeah, my
They-
parents
they
knew all
usually
my
would-
friends'
well,
parents.
In a small town, they usually would, and they wouldn't care.
try that in a
Like,
small town.
They're like, oh, you got in a fight? Why didn't you win?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know.
No, growing up in a small town is cool, but you don't want to go back, and that's like And that's what I was trying to get at earlier.
You are
like,
always
like
sad.
growing up in a small town and going to a big town is awesome. If you grow up in a big town and then try to go to a small town, you will probably start a 12 gauge in like the first 6 months.
Every time I've had to go to a small town, I'm like, oh my god, get me the fuck out of here.
Dude, exactly. Well, that's so when I moved
Same
to Edmond,
here.
Exactly. Well, now that I moved to Edmond, every time I go to Chandler, it's like, it's a good place to take a shit. That's
Chandler is a rougher small
Dude,
town, though.
It's not. I mean,
It's rougher than Tuttle? 'Cause I've never
Tuttle's
been
it's
there.
not-
rougher than
Tuttle
Tuttle.
sucked
Well,
ass.
dude,
When
well,
I was
Tuttle,
a kid,
well,
I
Tuttle
was
now,
like,
Tuttle
shit
now
out
has
here.
all the freaking money.
Dude,
Like
Tuttle's
they got a
better-
new
yeah.
gym, they got a new football field, they got a new softball.
Their football
facility.
field is
I went
like,
there in, like,
best in, one of the
2010,
best in the state.
Dude, they got the bee's knees. They
They're
got so much.
they
money
got
in
everything,
Tuttle.
bro.
I mean,
Everything, dude.
Dude,
Chandler,
Only
their
got Bronx.
their new end zone facility was like $10 million. They just redid their whole football field, and it's one of the best football fields in the state now. It's crazy. I looked at it and I was like,
It's
oh my
nice.
gosh.
Where at?
In Tuttle.
Tuttle,
Oh,
It's
okay.
insane.
We got a fat stadium in Santa Fe, dude. We got it when I was in my senior year, dude.
Yeah.
I recorded the first turnover in the stadium. Fun fact.
Did you?
Channel 9, bro.
Well, look at you go, buddy.
Little fumble recovery action.
No.
Dude, Santa Fe Stadium is like a jump, hop, and a skip away from
Dude.
here.
Bro, it was Edlem. There was like 13,000 people there. It was
Seriously.
bro, yeah.
So
To
all
watch
the
football for Santa Fe
Dude,
to
we were-
watch a big L.
It was Santa Fe versus North. What, bro? What do you mean, bro? We would crush your football team, dude.
Mine, obviously.
Any
Yeah,
team,
you got
like,
like
any
700
team
people
that's
in
a
a
small town.
class. I've got 80 people in
We
a class.
beat Broken Arrow, bro.
You
My
beat Broken
senior year,
Arrow?
we beat
Goddamn, Broken Arrow's really down.
Dude, we beat Broken Arrow. We only lost
I
to.
don't think that's a big
Dude,
accomplishment.
we lost to Mustang in the playoffs, and then we lost to Jinx, dude.
Did you play football?
Yeah,
Who'd you play?
I played defensive end, dude.
Oh, got D end.
I
You
just
were
told you I got
defensive
the-
end in high school?
Bro, I used
Bro,
to
you're
be-
like 140 pounds.
Dude, when I was in 8th grade, I was like the best defensive end in the state, and then I didn't get that much bigger, dude. But I
you
was
see,
still,
you came out the womb this size.
no, what? So I was in 8th grade. I was like close to as big as I am now, dude.
Really?
So I was like a big ass 8th.
he was a big
Yeah.
kid, dude.
So I won,
Yeah, he
so
was.
My middle school was 7th grade. I won a fucking middle school title, and then I transferred schools. Or I didn't transfer. I was transferred, untransferred, bro. Won another title, bro. And then like freshman year, we had a good season, even though we lost like some close games, like towards the playoffs. And then like, I mean, I wasn't like the best fucking football player or anything, but like I played football my whole life, dude. And I have the first recorded turnover in Santa Fe history. And in Channel 9's words, a Friday night hero, dude.
First recorded turnover.
I'm just gonna
in
put
Santa
that
Fe
out.
history.
So you're like
In
40
Santa Fe
years
history,
old.
Alright, not
Santa Fe had never
I
had a
misspoke.
recorded
I misspoke.
turnover.
I misspoke. In Santa Fe's
New football
stadium,
field.
dude. Yes.
Oh, okay,
The Santa
okay.
Fe Stadium. We used to play UCO.
He time traveled back.
Like, we
Yeah.
played at UCO
Yeah,
for
that's
the senior
what. Whenever I remember growing up, they were like, oh, all the Three Dog Nights and like everybody plays at UCO Stadium.
year. Yeah.
I will say you were almost like this size when you were in like 8th
Bro,
grade.
bro, was I not a crazy level fucking little league and middle school football player, bro?
Bro,
Oh, yeah, you're
making
solid.
They're making
Oh,
you
yeah,
step
you're
on
a
the
big
scale.
kid.
This guy's gonna run the football. Like
I was
hey,
gonna run. I was
hey,
DN, bro.
hey
They
Joe,
gave me my
Joe,
whole
you gotta
life.
lose some weight. You're gonna be 165 pounds. You'll be less than 165
DN and
pounds.
middle linebacker. That's what I played my whole life, dude. Well, I used to play tight end and like fullback and shit when I was younger, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
I wanted to be a football player, but
Yeah, but you're not
But-
black, so.
well, no. Well, I mean, you have some like really fucking dog shit football coaches and a really good wrestling coach. There's only one way that your mind can gravitate towards.
Dude, football's political, dude. That's the like wrestling. If you can beat the dude, you can fucking start the shit, bro.
Football is not the sport it used to be.
Well, dude,
It's not.
It
It's
changed while I was playing. That's the weird thing,
dude,
bro.
it's turned so soft. Like my dad is the biggest football guy. He's old as shit. He's 65 now. He graduated in 1976, and like he went to like he was gonna go to OU and like have a small scholarship and then have to pay a bunch of fucking money and basically got like a full ride to go
But
to
he's gonna
to like
put
a
pads on, dude.
Dude, well, no, he was sitting there. He was a middle linebacker, and a middle linebacker back in the days, they had pads on their biceps, pads on their freaking
Neck
forearms,
roll?
because they're out there clotheslining motherfuckers. Like they're
I see
killing
any
them.
neck rolls when I
Now,
was
now, if I
actually-
freaking put my freaking head on Nick's head, it's flag. You know, every time you see a good hit in football now, it's a fucking flag.
I remember the first time I saw targeting. So we had a dude my junior year who was the #1 football player in the state of Oklahoma who played on our team. He's a good friend of mine. His name's Calvin, dude. He would light kids up, bro.
Yeah.
And he had like a huddle that like went viral and shit, dude. He lit a kid up when we played Jinx, bro, and they called it targeting on him, gave him 15 yards. First time I've ever seen a targeting in my life, dude. And from then on, I saw like a million of them, bro.
Dude, it's
most of the targeting calls that you see are good tackles. I mean, yes, there are some with like head to head. Then yeah, you get a call that. But there's so many that you see that like, damn, that's a good tackle. That's good physicality. That's what we love to see in the sport of football. Flag, and you're like, well, fuck. Let's give them skirts. Let's play rugby. We might as well play rugby because if they're so worried about getting like head trauma, take their fucking pads off.
Bro, when I was a kid, they would tell you that hit him and pop him in the face
cage.
Yeah,
Hit him
right
in the
mouth.
cage.
Yeah.
Because what are you gonna do? Well, and that's what it is. Like, if you lead with the crown, that should be targeting. If you lead with the crown,
Yeah.
If
but
you
like
hit him
right
with
here,
your face,
dude,
if you hit him with your face mask, especially like that's what I hate seeing. Like, boom, like a running back is running, he slides, the linebacker or just the tackler is going in for it, has already committed to the tackle, leading with his face mask, but just because that guy lowers his elevation and hits him in the head, targeting, like what can you expect a guy to do when he's already committed to the tackle, he's in there, he's going, like you can't, I mean it's a millisecond. These guys are flying, these guys are running. What do you expect him
You're
to
not
do?
supposed to like take him to the ground. Have you heard about this new rule, bro? That's implemented in the NFL this season, where like you can't like drag him to the ground or some shit near the sideline or something.
What do you? I guess you're just supposed to let him go.
You're
I
supposed
know
to give
exactly
him
what you're
room
talking
to run out
about.
of the sideline, which is bullshit. They take another 2 yards. It's a first down. Like you're fighting for. It's a game of inches, dude.
It is a game of inches.
Like that's bullshit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, yeah, those refs will fuck you every chance they get. Like,
Yeah.
don't give them an opportunity to. And football is a dying sport. It's honestly a dying sport because it's not the sport that like our dads grew up with, or even the ones that we grew up with.
Bro, it's because that fucking Will Smith concussion movie. None of that
Oh my
shit
god,
was a problem for it.
they ruined it all with that concussion movie.
And then Will Smith's out there slapping people in the fucking head, dude.
Oh god, yeah, fucking hey, Chris Rock needs.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, if I was Chris Rock, I'd have sued the fuck out of him. I'd have made so much money. I would have been like emotionally disturbed. I would have been like popularity disturbed.
That was wild.
Dude, he could have made so much fucking
Felt
money.
fake, bro. Like, when
They-
you
he
I
probably-
didn't believe
he
it. I thought
probably
it was
did.
like staged.
He probably did. In all
It
honesty,
was so crazy, dude. And like, it's so absurd. After that, he won in fucking Oscar, dude.
Yeah, they
And
gave him an
cried,
Oscar
and people
after.
standing ovation. After that, bro. Like, if anybody else would have
Same night, huh? Yeah.
Dude, you can get arrested for that. You
has that been a white guy?
Dude, yeah, David Spade walked up there and popped Chris Rock. He's coming out of there in cuffs. bro.
David Spade might have gotten away with it.
Like, it was just
Dude, Chris Rock would whoop David Spade's ass.
Yeah,
it would have been on.
That's right.
Hey, best Oscars ever.
I don't know if David Spade is the white equivalent to Will Smith.
Tom Cruise.
It's like Vin Diesel or something. See, dude, if Vin Diesel had gotten up there and slapped the shit out of Chris Rock,
Oh, dude.
Disrespect my family. Hey, Vin Diesel would have picked up the mic and had to leave. He might have been dead.
Did you guys watch the debate?
Hey, am I still good? Check.
yeah, you're good, bro.
No, yeah, hell yeah. I watched
The
it.
debate.
Get into this.
Your boy Biden?
yeah.
Bro, that was sad.
Dude, yeah. I honestly, he did. It was better than I thought from him. Like,
From him.
as far as being
You
taught,
exactly
there
what
were
you
still
said.
some bad spots, but I
he
was.
gonna do worse.
I thought he would like fucking trip and fall or some
Shit,
shit.
bro,
Bro,
something,
he
yeah.
basically did. Did you not
It
see
was
like,
wild. His wife helping him off at the end was
Yo,
wild.
dude,
Yeah.
oh my god. I don't know how he could have done worse.
They
I mean,
did.
I'm
They were
not- I'm
arguing
voting
about.
RFK all
It
the
was
way.
the worst debate ever, dude.
They were arguing about golf.
Well, I went into it being like, oh, like I'm so ready to be like, haha, like Biden, like dumbass, and then I was like, I kind of feel bad for this. Dude. This is an old man.
I felt bad for him, like when it was like 3 years ago when he's walking up Air Force One and he falls. Like it's like, dude, how would you feel if you were 81 years old, 82 years old, and your kids are sitting there just like throwing you out, and you're like, man, I want to go take a fucking nap.
Yeah.
Like I want to go take a nap, but my goddamn kids are just throwing me out there. Dude, he's 81, 82. He's ready to fucking die.
Bro, he has no cue card, no teleprompter.
Dude,
like
it's not gonna be him. It's probably gonna be. It's not gonna be him.
he was put under
If
the
it-
microscope, dude.
Everybody
Like,
thought that last time too, though.
Well, dude, yeah. Well, he's been fucking senile.
He
forever.
wasn't as bad last
He
election.
he was not as bad, but he's been senile from the get go. The first thing I ever heard about Joe Biden was in 2008, whenever
he was the
he pi-
vice.
He's the vice president, and like my dad was like, "Man, I don't like Barack Obama, but like, why the fuck would you pick Joe Biden as your vice president? He's been a fucking idiot."
since he got into some bitch. And it's true. He's never been smart or like been a political leader or anything like that. He's got nothing to him. He's just an old frosty fucking white guy.
So even if he was functioning, just firing on all levels,
Dude,
he
he could be on all fucking cylinders. He's still a fucking idiot.
Well, dude, it's just like, for me, I was like, who's running the country? I was like,
Not
it's
him,
this motherfucker,
dude. What are you gonna be doing at 82? You think you're gonna be full of vigor and
No,
like
dude, I'm gonna
all
be
the
sitting
fervor
by the
in your
window.
loins?
Yeah, I might not even be 82.
I'm gonna be
Dude,
sitting
Dude, I'm
by
gonna
the
be ready
window.
to die at 82.
Old as fuck, dude.
Dude, he's a fucking idiot. And they fucked up because like they're gonna have to do something. If it's not Joe Biden, they can't do. So there's a couple ways they could go about this. Joe Biden could resign, make Kamala Harris the president for like 3 months. That's gonna be a fucking shit show.
But then she has to
She
run.
can't run for president. She has the lowest ratings of any vice president ever. So all they're gonna have to do is like get Michelle Obama in there, have Gavin Newsom, the governor of California,
Which
be in
people
there.
hate, bro.
He's a fucking idiot, dude. They've spent like $40 billion. Like, don't quote me on this. They spent billions on homelessness and have done nothing. Like they could have give like $2 million to every homeless person in California to solve
That would've been a
homelessness.
fucking
And they
disaster.
haven't, bro. Dude, they
Can you
should.
imagine
They fucking should.
the amount of drugs that would be moved in such a short amount of
Dude,
time?
They should give $1 million to every homeless person. You know what it would do? Would spur the fucking economy. Because what are they gonna do? They're gonna spend it all on drugs and
For a certain
houses
type
and
of
cars.
economies.
Like that's exactly what they did with
Start
COVID.
getting
Johnny Dang would get fucking.
Dude, it's exactly what they did to COVID. They gave everybody all this money, and they're bitching about how all these companies made money. Yeah, because people went and bought shit. What do you expect is going to happen when you give the populace fucking money? They're going to spend it on consumer goods.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it inflates prices.
It
shrinkflates products.
People go, well, you
Shrinkflation.
Hey, if I give you $5,000, what are you going to do, Joe? You're going to go buy some shit. Yeah, and where's that money going to? Fucking Jeff
massage
Bezos.
parlor.
Fucking Jeff.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy. Yeah, giving back to the Asian community.
Yeah.
Deja vu.
Shove it. Yeah, the Colombians. No. I'm just, yeah. And that's what I don't like about people talking about, like, oh, these fucking billionaires and these trillionaires and shit like that. First of all, you know, let's just, like, use Elon Musk, for example. I think he is a trillionaire now. You know how much liquid, like, money he has liquid?
Probably at least
Like,
millions.
probably, he has millions, but he's not a true trillionaire.
No.
You know, all his money comes from, and it's because like they judge that on his net assets. And
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
you know where
Tesla.
90% of that money comes from? The stock he holds in Tesla.
Yeah.
And all these other things. And he can't just go immediately liquidate all that shit. If Elon Musk tried to liquidate all his money and try to check his $1 trillion out, what would happen? Tesla stock would fucking dump into
He wouldn't be able to
shitter.
sell it for
Dude,
his full net worth. No,
Dude.
I don't think so.
people who are worth $1 billion, $1 billion right now probably have $100 million worth of liquid assets. People with $1 trillion
There's still a
might.
fuck ton of liquid assets.
Yeah, it's still plenty of money.
Still, but
I would
you're
be
like,
fine.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
goddamn, you got Bernie
I could
Sanders over
work
there.
with
Let's
it.
go tax
I
these.
would be fine with
Like,
all
let's go
millions.
tax the millionaires, and like when fucking Bernie Sanders is a millionaire, he's got 3 houses. He's got a house in the Hamptons. He's got a house in New Hampshire. He's got a fucking house in Washington
Well, yeah, why do people
D.C.
get rich in politics, dude? Like, why
Dude.
does Obama have a fucking whole estate?
Bro,
for
that's
a
how you
politician?
tell you how much I'm fucking up. I ought to be like doing everything that Nancy Pelosi is doing in her stock market. 'Cause
That's the whole
she
thing,
walked
you
in with like
follow her.
like $100,000, and she's worth like $65 million.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi stock tracker.
That bitch is
Insider-
rich.
Insider trading.
Dude, oh man, if we made a freaking app, the Nancy.
That's already an app. Yeah.
MPSC, Nancy Pelosi stock tracker, ST, fucking
No,
A.
returns like 25% annually.
Dude, oh my goodness, yeah. Well, it's all corruption and all
See,
a
I
bunch
don't
of
have that option
bullshit.
in my 401k though. I just have the Blackstone bullshit.
You
Oh,
BlackRock,
Yeah.
dude.
Nancy
Hey,
Pelosi,
everybody needs to be
fucking-
investing in BlackRock.
Yeah, Blackstone's
They're
like grills.
BlackRock makes so much money because they owed Lockheed Martin, they like General
But they own
Dynamics,
everything.
like
That's
all
why
these
companies
people,
are woke.
all these people who make
Vanguard too.
and
Yeah.
exactly like all the war companies.
Bro, BlackRock and Vanguard.
It's all under BlackRock.
60% of all of the Fortune 500 companies. in
They're
terms
so
of net
rich.
equity, dude.
They're so rich, and that's what's going on in Ukraine right now.
Well, that's why they influence things. Like all this, like you see, you're like, why would this company go woke? It's like, dude, because the main investors are these companies that have these fucking like new world order agendas, bro.
Well, dude, it was like why go green energy? They don't care about the planet. They care about making money,
Well, dude-
and they're gonna press that to make money. They don't care about they really don't care about securing the planet. They care about making money, and they have all these people that are behind them, and all these ignorant SOBs who are like sheep and pawns in there that are so easily moved that they can use them. They can use this populace to go and succeed their own goals.
Think about this, bro. Do you know what BlackRock and Vanguard are? That's your own money leveraged against you, dude. So banks make money by investing and making capital returns on money that's deposited into them. They outsource that to Vanguard and fucking BlackRock. So that's the world's money. That's citizens' money.
It's the United States money.
Leveraged against them with like all these because it's a private business. They have their own agenda.
They can inadvertently tax you.
Like that's the weird
If I
thing
get
about it.
if I get a tax receipt from
Like it's not
Vanguard,
like they don't make fucking cars. Like no one has a fucking Vanguard fucking anything.
BlackRock's like over all of it. They own like General Dynamics, Lockheed Martin, who are making all the planes, all the munitions, everything.
Well, that's just everybody's money.
And that's why they're making so much money, and that's why they're like progressing this Ukraine war right now. Is because if you get and that's why they're trying to get Ukraine in NATO, because every time you get another country in NATO, you have to transition your munitions all to NATO standard, which is like 5.56 M4s, like everything. You can no longer have AK-47s or anything like that, and so they just stand to make a lot of money.
Well,
let me finish the thought. So essentially, BlackRock, who's making all this money to supply the Ukraine war right now, they're making money destroying the country. They're going to make money to rebuild it afterwards.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. It's the same shit we did in the Iraq War with fucking Dick Cheney with Halliburton. We destroyed the fucking whole country, and they had the shit to rebuild it and made money. It's probably where they got the idea from. They're like, goddamn, Dick Cheney made all this money for Halliburton, destroying the country, rebuilding it, getting all the fucking oil.
We rebuilt Japan too after we bombed them.
We did it the right way, but it's fucking different. Japan has some honor. Japanese have some honor, and they know when they're done. They're like, they do.
We told them when they were done.
Dude, we gave them the sun twice, but they're also honorable. And Japan is in our fucking back pocket.
Well, they're not doing so good right now as a country.
Well, Japan, they're not. They're not doing any.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
They beat us in American football.
I was telling you about the breeding visa the other day, the Japanese breeding visa. So pretty much right now, their population rate is declining like at an alarming rate. So what they're doing.
Beyond replacement rate.
Yeah, so what they're doing is if you are like a young male and you're looking to move to Japan,
let's go to Japan
to find a wife, they're like automatically granting a visa.
Seriously?
And I think there's a program too where if you actually get a wife and start a family, like they'll give you money.
I will do that
for that shit.
Today.
Do you have to stay in Japan?
I will get on my phone
You
right
absolutely
now.
well, yeah. They're trying to populate Japan. So
they're trying to get.
Well, dude,
you got to fill tank. Pretty much, you got Phil Tank in Japan.
You got to pull up and fill tank.
I think I could get a woman pregnant. At least I could try.
I would try my best.
If I can't, they can kick me out, and I will give them a handshake, and I say I understand.
They're like, "Ooh, I've got no woman
pregnant." It's from the diaphragm. We gotta get our women pregnant.
You are shooting blank all over Tokyo.
No, dude,
you must get out.
Dude, Japanese are the best Asians there are. In all honesty, they are. Dude,
I love Japan.
Dude, hey, talk about the cocks on them. Talk about the cocks on them. They'd be like, we got America, the sleeping giant, in 1941, but whenever Pearl Harbor was, I believe it was 1941.
Yes.
December 7th. No, November 7th. Yeah, they went and did Pearl Harbor, tried to slap us right in the fucking face, like. That's like going, like, you're 120 pounds, you're 120 pounds, and you're going to go slap the 200-pound bully on the fucking block. And you got his ass, you got him a couple times, and then you ran back, and he ended up getting you. And you're like, hey, man, you got me. They're fucking honorable. I love the Japanese. Not like fucking Chinese.
There was shish kebab in fucking Chinese.
Dude, they kamikaze people, dude.
Dude, I will
dude.
say this about people from other countries. Like, those people are crazy. Like, they will, like, they will die for the honor, you know? Like, no, I don't know that we've ever had Americans, like,
Well,
we're not driving trucks into buildings and just sacrificing
that's what
ourselves.
Japan is right now. They got such a large population, and they're below the declining. Like their population rate is lower than what it should be, but they need something to push them. They need to be motivated. They don't have that right now. If we went to war with China right now, Japan would be on it. Their fucking economy, the red sun would be up again.
Well, dude, people think a huge problem with their population stems from porn. Japan is like the most
Worst.
porned out country there is.
Well, they don't have any. They don't have anything to motivate them. Like they've got such a young male populace that are like, oh, I guess we can just go make money, and they're like,
Do you think it's the little dicks? Do you think it's the little dicks taking away their confidence?
I think it's just the social culture
they
of
probably
Japan.
have average
What's their
cocks.
government
They probably
like
have
over there?
average
Capitalism.
cocks, and like
Capitalism?
most Japanese
Yeah,
women,
like the
they don't know
economic
different.
structure. Yeah, it's capitalism.
I think social media is the problem.
Well, so if your whole population had average cocks, you would probably assume average holes too, because they should be.
You would
compatible
assume
with-
tight holes.
Yeah. So they probably would know the difference. I mean, they
I
would
mean,
know the difference.
I mean, what are you
if I
gonna
pulled
know
up
the
my-
difference? Like this is the biggest cock I've seen. It's 5 inches, and like, oh, my buddy has 4.5. Like, you know, it's most of the ocean.
Yeah, your buddy at work to be Johnny Sins and fucking.
I
Tokyo
wonder
and all
that. I'm like, if
It's
I
probably because
go
they've seen
to
too much
Japan-
tentacle porn.
and I have sex with one of the women in Japan, is she actually going to be impressed by my penis?
Yeah.
No,
so
hey,
I think so.
women here aren't going to be impressed by your penis.
Pause up. I said yes, pause. But I think so. I think American penis is very honorable over there, dude.
See, that could just be like a stereotype.
Dude, I couldn't do it. I couldn't have sex with Japanese women. Like, I'm going to drop the sun on you. I'm like, too soon. I gotta wait till at least 20.
Dude, that's why you
I
have
gotta
to have
wait till at
sex.
least 2045
All
before
right.
I fuck a
You have
Japanese
to have
girl.
sex with
We
me,
need
bro.
to ask our buddy about this that we wrestle with that plays football over in Japan.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah.
No, he's a good man. He probably wouldn't have any sex with Japanese women.
He's over there right now. I was talking
He's
to him
in
the
the
other
thick
day.
of it?
Yeah, he
Is
plays
he a
pro
good man or
football
a
there.
gay man?
I don't know, man. Ask him.
Y'all have a friend that plays football in Japan?
Remember, yeah, the guy
Trey.
on our team. Yeah, Trey. He wrestled. He's from Wisconsin.
Yeah, he's a Yankee.
He might have
I
came
know
after.
this.
He
I know
might have
this.
came after them. Maybe.
Yeah,
You say he's a
I'm
Yank?
sure he was after you. He was a
He's a real light skinned kid.
he was a Yank, but he's over there right now. I just saw the Instagram
Plays
post.
football over
He
there?
plays
Yeah.
pro football. This is his
It's like
second
American football.
Season. Yeah.
I was the
Dude,
hell of
he's
a
probably
DS.
dude.
This
Honestly,
is his second season
he's
over
probably
there.
got the biggest cock over there right now.
Potentially.
Potentially, man. Yeah. I mean,
But like some Japanese dude is out there rocking up, dude.
yeah, they're probably the rich ones.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
probably,
like,
it's probably a society judged by the cock size.
so do you get cock size then the money, or you get money and then your cock gets bigger?
Both.
All right.
No, they probably, by the time you turn like 17, 18, they were like, how big's your cock? 6 inches? Oh my God.
Well, they're so
Biggest
smart,
we've ever
too.
seen.
Oh, my
They
God,
probably-
cock zero.
Cock's so
There's-
big.
There's
It's like that South. Have you seen that South Park episode where they talk about that?
About dick sizes and they
Yeah.
talk about like
They're
measuring the
no, they're
different
like
measurements?
like trying to talk to Americans because they're trying to like propagandize the American populace with their Pikachus.
I've seen that. The
Yeah, he's
Pokemon
like,
episode.
He's like, oh, America, you got such big penis. And he's
Yeah.
like, well, I guess it is pretty big.
Yeah, I've seen that one. So, do you guys actually think that the average male Japanese penis is smaller than the average American penis?
Yes, because we
For
have
sure,
black
dude.
people here.
For sure.
That is true.
Because
Yeah.
we have black. There's like probably 2 black people, and
Hey,
Trey
dude,
is
don't
one of
fucking
them.
Nah, bro. I'm not bought in on every fucking black dude has a big dick, dude. I'm not. Personally, I'm not buying that.
You refuse to accept
Dude,
that?
no, it's not. I mean, there's plenty.
I'm sure
There's white people that are hung,
there's white people who are
dude, which is bullshit. Because I mean, life would be so easier for me if I was hung. I had to learn how to fuck.
a little.
If I was just swinging, no, I mean, I've got a nice average size cock. But if I had a big one,
respectable cock,
it's respectable. I mean, it's like
like a gentleman's cock.
it's
dude.
not more like respectable. It's more like that'll do.
A
kind of
gentleman's
cock.
cock.
It's more
Cock of
like
a gentleman.
it's like a that'll do cock.
All right.
But if I had a big wiener, Like, I wouldn't have to learn how to fuck. Unfortunately, I had to learn and spend time knowing how to fuck.
You have a
Dude, my
chivalrous
thumbs
penis.
are gonna be fucked by the time I'm 30.
'Cause it's
My
so hole
thumb,
plunging.
dude, look, I've got to work the clit. I've got to. I just got to. Because I'm not getting them off with my wiener alone.
You clit working every time?
You got, well, I mean, not every time.
Some girls
You
don't
know,
like
I
that.
mean, it depends how much they lie.
Yeah. Are you butt plunging or no, dude?
Nah, not necessarily.
You don't do the thumb in the ass?
Yeah, man, I once or twice. Once
Yeah.
or twice. And
It's not every
usually
time.
I threaten them and they say, don't you fucking
You
dare. And I do
threaten
it
'em.
anyway and plop off.
What about you, Dayton? You a thumb in the ass guy?
From time to time.
From time to time.
You know, it can't be every time. She can't
It's gotta be.
expecting-
It's gotta be a girl you really
it's
care
gotta
about.
be like a special event kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you know,
Be spontaneous.
you don't want her to like it too much either. Yeah.
Poop on your finger.
Under your nails, they just
Yeah.
sit there with a toothbrush. Hopefully hers, not mine.
Looking like you're hitchhiking. Fucking.
Oh, he's got poop on his thumb.
The chocolate hitchhiker.
That's Heath Brown Thumb. That's how Native Americans got their name.
Yeah.
Hey, easy now, easy
You
now.
think there's a brown thumb out there? Are you a
Bro, I'm car carrying native.
Tarkay? Is that from Star Wars?
Yeah, I was about to say that sounds like it's from Star Wars.
Choctaw Nation. Choctaw Seal. Okay. Bro, yeah, man.
I'm
Yeah.
Cherokee.
He's Cherokee.
I have a card.
Yeah.
He's more
Oh,
Cherokee
his
than
body
I am.
language
Look at him.
changed. It's
Dude, he looks
yeah.
like he's been out in the sun too
Dude,
long.
calm down, dude.
I have been out in the
I
sun
respect
lately.
the Choctaws, dude.
Man, yeah, well, they gave me a little money, but not as much as the
For
Cherokee.
real?
I like y'all's casinos.
Dude, I hate the Choctaw. Well, not necessarily Choctaw. The Cherokee casinos. I got my ass kicked out of there one time.
Really?
Yeah, got kicked out of there because I said something like I'm losing my ass in blackjack, and I was like, man, this would never happen at a Choctaw casino.
Well, yeah, they're not gonna take that kindly.
No, no. They'd be like, yeah, I've been swearing left and right, and at that point in time, they're like, the freaking pit boss was like, hey, watch your fucking language.
It's actually
I told you 3 times, and I was like, sorry, sir, my bad. First time he had ever said anything to me all night. I didn't know this guy fucking existed, and I walked off like I was like, oh, sorry, sir. Walked off, honky from all get up. Like, walk back, trying to finish my drink. Next thing I know, I've got 2 security guards, not bouncers. It's like a casino.
What you say about
Security.
Choctaws?
I'm at the Hard Rock. I'm the Hard Rock up in Tulsa. 2 security guards. I'm sitting there drinking my drink. He's like, hey, you're getting kicked out. For what? You're too drunk. What the fuck did I do? When like had a sip of my drink, I was like, well, okay, I'm getting kicked out. And like, yes, you are. I was like, okay, well, I said, well, okay, sir and madam, I'm gonna finish my drink, and I'm going to walk out. And he said, no, you're not gonna finish your drink. I said, well, watch me. And they snatched the drink out of my hands.
All right.
They snatched the drink out of and I took it as a personal offense to me. I was like, bullshit.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, no, you didn't. Snatch it right back, downed it. Started beelining out of the casino. Well,
wait. You took the drink out of the
Yeah.
Beer, just like
It's a Red Bull vodka, open mixed
Is it
drink.
sloshy?
They took it out of my hand, like they kindly took it out of my hands. I snatched it some.
Some of that went on the floor.
Snatched it, downed it, handed it right back to him, walked out, and I'm like moving so fast. I didn't even know how fast I was moving. I'm just like doing my thing.
Are you running?
No, I'm just bebopping. I'm just bebopping out of here, doing my thing. Well, as I'm leaving, I see that there's a country bar. You know, it's a big ass casino. I see that there's a country bar.
like Toby Keith.
Yeah, they're like little red America, white and blue, different things
Yeah.
like that. And then I walk in there, kind of walk around, instantly see a girl, and I was like, hey, baby, you want to dance? Started doing my thing, doing a little 2-step.
So you haven't left yet.
I have not left yet.
Okay.
No, I'm doing my thing, like tossing around, doing this.
Tossing
left and right.
around.
Yeah, and then I sit here and we're doing this thing right here, and I look past her right shoulder, and I see a freaking old lady security guard just doing this number right here, and I was like, fuck. I said, hey baby, I gotta go. I'm getting kicked out for what? I said, I don't know. People just don't like me.
Damn, dude. That's the coolest story I think I've ever heard.
Well, you know, the story actually continues. You know my buddy Vaughn?
You ever met Vaughn?
Yeah.
Vaughn from like UCO.
Yeah, Vaughn. from
Vaughn
UCF.
was there for this.
Well, so they walk me out, and then I'm sitting there, and I'm kind of like having a conversation with the security guard right there at the front. Like, why am I getting kicked out? I make one snide comment, and I'm not. It's like 10.
Vaughn was there for this.
Yeah, he was there for that. It's like he didn't see the majority of what happened, but it's like 10:30 at night. I'm like, what am I getting kicked out? What am I doing? Like, this is bullshit. Like, I'm not causing anybody any harm. And then I'm having this conversation with the security guard, and Vaughn walks up and is like, hey, what's and Vaughn's cool as the rule. He's like, what's going on? What's the problem? This guy is it's my buddy, and I'm his ride. And she turns to ask me, he's like, hey, is this your buddy and is this your ride? I look at Vaughn, I said, I've never met this guy in my fucking life. Go right back to having an argument with her, and Vaughn's just like, what the hell?
Did you ride home with this?
Oh, I ended up riding home. She's like, oh, the Cherokee police are coming to get you. And I was like, call White Horse. Call White Horse.
Are they on horses? I was in the Cherokee
No,
police.
call White. Well, White Horse is
They have
like
spears.
White Horse is FBI, like basically the FBI for the Indians.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Are
Yeah.
you fucking Indian?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Cherokee.
My
We had
brother
that
actually works for the BIA. He's in Arizona right now fighting wildfires.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
He sent me some crazy pictures.
How do you fight a wildfire?
They cut like
Left hooks.
they
Left
cut
hooks,
like
take 'em out.
fire
With
lines
the
and
bucket?
stuff, cut down trees, just keep it from spreading.
That's good. I wish I was there. I'm not fucking Indian at all, dude.
I'm not
No, we
Indian.
know. Hey, we can look
Dude, my
at.
parents, before we moved to Oklahoma when I was a little kid, I had never even been to Oklahoma before.
Where'd you guys move from?
So I was born in South Carolina. He was
Really?
born in Virginia.
What?
I was born in
Yeah.
Charleston, dude. He was born in Richmond.
Why'd y'all
I was
come
born
to-
in Harrisonburg,
why'd y'all come to
Virginia.
Oklahoma?
Dude, our dad was a news anchor, bro. And
Seriously?
So he was shopping job offers. We almost went to Philadelphia, bro. But he came to Oklahoma because he heard it was like a good place to raise a kid or some shit, dude. And fucking,
Apparently not. Looking how you two
Like,
turned out.
he
Yeah,
was
let's
a
take him to Santa Fe High School in Edmond.
if we were in fucking West Philadelphia,
Born and raised.
that like playground, bro. But fucking yeah, he was the anchor at Fox 25 for like 10 plus years, dude.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Might
What was
seem
it?
like
What's
he
your,
did,
what's your
you gotta
dad's
figure-
name?
Andrew Spino.
And he went by Spino.
Andrew Spino.
That's his name, yeah.
I know. No, that was his name on like the news.
He
Like, he
was
didn't have a
kinda
fake
popular.
name.
When I was a kid, people used to recognize him when we used
Really?
to go out anywhere. Yeah.
Man, dude, I went and like apparently went to a hibachi restaurant like Shogun over there off of 122nd Street. Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been.
Apparently, I was having a dinner with Mayor Holt. Didn't even know him.
I don't
Really?
even know that.
Oh, like she was at y'all's
The mayor-
hibachi
yeah,
thing?
No, like,
Yeah, no, I
like
know.
yeah, we're like all. I'm sitting there with one of my best friends and my girlfriend and his wife and their son, and we're sitting there having a good time, a little drunk and different things like that. And as we're leaving, my buddy's wife was like, "I'm pretty sure that was Mayor Holt." I was like, "Who's that? Mayor of what?" Like
Mayor
Oklahoma City. And I was
Taking
like,
a really good look at that
seriously?
fucking
And,
old lady.
and
Is that a mayor?
initially went and looked up and I was like, that was Mayor Holt. His wife is hot.
Yeah. Oh, so Mayor Holt's a man.
Yeah.
That's a mayor of Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
I-
He just
I
he,
was
did- he
never-
just he just mayors over things.
I feel kind of dumb now, dude. I once met the assistant mayor. And I was
Bro,
like, what
you're
the fuck
you
is-
might as well be popular.
I was like, is that like what the fuck is an assistant mayor? I was like, does that involve like a lot of like coffee?
I think that makes you like the guy who's like rubbing the balls.
Is there a lot
I'm
of
sure
like?
the mayor just jerks.
Is there a lot of printer operating coffee runs?
There's a lot of laminating.
So where did we leave off? Like Israel Hamas war.
Well, dude, I was gonna ask you, bro. Like, so we talked about from you getting from like wrestling and not really feeling it to winning a national championship, bro. Like, when you won a national title, like, what does that like even fucking feel like? Or what does that mean? To you, bro?
So I left off like when I could first feel like I could win it, and it was like going to that would have been like 2018 whenever Eli Hale won it, and going and seeing those guys at 184 wrestle, and I was like, man, I could do that. I could be that guy. And then that turned into 2019. Went and wrestled. I think the first tournament of the year was OCU. Lost to fucking what was his name? Dakota Greer.
Oh, the OSU
Good,
dude.
yeah, OSU guy. Good
Dude,
guy.
that's the All-American,
Good-
dude.
Yeah, good guy. I should have beat him, but Coach Sidley and Sam Hazenwinkle got really pissed off that year because we had like 7 or 8 matchups in the first round, UCO versus OSU guys,
He was really pissed off. But long
You're all
story,
like 0-8?
huh?
You're all 0-8?
No,
I saw
Probably.
you fucking beat the dude from OSU.
probably.
I had that one time, dude.
Probably. Well, long story,
Controversy.
long story short, I went that year something and 3. I went like 37 and 3 because I lost to Greer, lost to the guy who ended up winning it. What's his name? Not Connor Craig. Pixley. Lost to Pixley
Oh, yeah.
at the Midwest Classic, and he was getting me 4-2. Went and I was starting to come back and caught me in a high flyer, stuck my ass, so pissed off, and then went and wrestled him at National Duels, beat his ass again and I was like, beat his ass. I mean, it was a good match, and then should have had him pinned though at regionals, and then went and lost the freaking Italian at nationals. I was all pissed off. And got third that year when I should have won it, and then props to Eli Hale that year.
Eli
Me,
Hale.
Well, me growing up, and I was still young at that point in time, it was, I had lost in the semifinals. I was ready to go get 6th. If it wasn't first, last. I didn't give a shit. And then he went and got in my ass and was like, "Hey, you've trained your ass way too hard. You've done too many things to get anything less than 3rd." And I was like, "You know what, Eli? You're right." And went and got 3rd.
Eli, the other champ who fucking had to tell you
Yeah,
that
dude,
shit?
he went and got
The champion fucking
Dude,
talk.
well, yeah, well, I was a champion then, but went and got in my ass because I was
But
ready
you
to
saw
go
that
to
you
6th.
were, though.
Yeah, I was ready to go, I was ready to say fuck it and not give a damn.
Yeah.
And then, so that was 2019, went and got 3rd. And then 2020, what we talked about earlier, well, I'm pretty sure, undefeated all the way going up to nationals and got canceled.
Yeah,
we,
that's crazy.
in the arena, and in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
So you hadn't even, had made weight. You were 184.
Hadn't 100. Well, I had not even made weight yet.
But you didn't weigh in. But
No,
you
we're gonna make weight the next
But
morning.
you really sucked now.
I was sucked down.
Yeah.
I was skinny. Yeah. Well, and I was also like, after the last practice of the year, 184 pounds, worried about. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to eat anything all day, or like all night, because I'm gonna be 184 pounds in the morning. I might have like half an almond and be good. But then that happened. We got drunk. Worst ride home of my life. And also, I have to put this out. My family, like my mom, my dad, and my buddies, like 2 or 3 of my buddies from high school, who I'm really tight with. They rode in the plane with my parents up to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Buddy of mine, Austin, went and got ice from the local, convenience store in Chandler. Went to the airport, loaded up, landed in Sioux Falls, came back, still had the same ice in his cup. How much?
It was just cold. Like how the fuck did it not melt?
No, because it was so quick.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, no, they loaded up, flew back, landed, were on the tarmac for 30 minutes, and flew right back after they refueled.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but no, and then that next year it would have been 21, which was kind of a shitty season because
The post-COVID season.
It was the post-COVID season. We didn't get to do.
We had
any
to
of the
practice at separate times. Remember, we had 2 practices for like a few weeks or at least a month, maybe, because it was like 149 and down would come in at 2, and then the rest of us would come in.
No.
Yeah, we had 2 practices.
I never came in. No.
Yes.
It was pretty normal.
Because we had it quadranted off. We had it taped off.
No, we had it quadrated up.
And we had to
we
do
were
2
just,
practices.
We were just split up, where we could wrestle.
Are you sure? I thought for sure we had separate practices.
They talked about having separate practices.
But we
they
never
never
did it?
would have, because I was not coming in.
That year
late.
fucking sucked.
I was
dude.
not coming. No, it was honestly really cool and I enjoyed it. Because we didn't have any practices to go to. I mean, I was still having a good time and I'm in good shape, but I was doing whatever I wanted to up until November, because I don't have to wrestle till January. So I'm doing my own thing and having a good time, maybe have a drink every now and then. And then, boom, we finally start wrestling. The only thing about COVID and wrestling, what I hated and I despised, was we had a tournament. No, we had a tri-duel. Might have been a duel, like 2 duels, when we went up to Kearney.
Yeah, we
Nebraska.
did 3. Yeah.
Kearney, Nebraska, and this is middle of COVID, 2020.
maybe just going into 21. And be like, we're so worried about it. We're so scared about it. But yet we're going to take these 18 guys up to Kearney, Nebraska, where there's 300, 400 other people and going to go wrestle these duels. And I'm sitting here talking to Coach Stidley, and I'm like,
And we all got sick.
He'll tell you the same thing. I was like, Todd, why are we going to do this? And I'm pretty sure we wrestled 2 duels because we went and wrestled Western Colorado and
We wrestled NEO.
that was the year. NEO, Western Colorado, and the Western Missouri or
Central Missouri.
Central Missouri. We wrestled. I was like, we're so worried about COVID, and this is the worst thing to ever happen to the populace. Why are we driving 7 hours to Nebraska to do this for people we don't need to be wrestling? That we don't need to be wrestling, and I don't see the point in this.
Yeah.
I do not. I do not see the point in this.
Chinese flu.
I do not see the point in this. We're not wrestling anybody that we need to be wrestling. Yes, we need some mat time and different things like this. And then, so after we went and did that, we come back and like 8 people test positive for COVID. And
So y'all are testing like
Yeah, we had to get tested
we were
like
testing,
pretty
We
often.
were testing regularly for this, and I'm like, I went and told him, and like I cheated every COVID test I ever had. Like I would like nasal spray everything, like clean everything I could to make sure I didn't test positive, and I never did.
Champions.
And then after the fact, I went and asked him, I was like, Coach, didn't I ask you why are we doing this? And I'm not putting him down or anything like that, but it was just, one of those times I
Just
happened.
what happened.
One of those times I happened to be right. Well, we went and did that, and then, regionals, went and wrestled, and usually nationals is in a pretty big arena. We had it in like a convention center.
Yeah.
It's like, have you ever seen Lord of the Rings?
I have. Yeah.
Like the Mines of Moria.
All right.
Think Mines of Moria with lower ceilings. That's what it was. That's exactly what it was.
Is that how you have to see it to be a champion, dude?
No, not necessarily. But no, I mean, like it was a shit show, and you could only have like 2 people in your family. There's probably like 200 people in there, which is probably not that much better than like what you would have in a normal D2 tournament, but.
Shoot, not this last year, dude. We brought 300 people just from UCO.
Oh, dude, it was nice.
That was awesome.
It was, but no, that's so yeah, first year went in there, did that one, and honestly, I will never forget the scorekeeper, or never forgive the scorekeepers who fucked me out of my celebration.
At your celebration?
They fucked me out of a
Stopped you?
No, they fucked me out of a celebration.
What is that? What happened?
I'll tell you exactly how it happened. So, they fucked me out of celebrations. So I'm in there, I'm wrestling, I'm up. What am I? I'm up 3-2. I'm up 3-2. And there's like 15 seconds left. I'm wrestling, hand fighting, banging, doing my thing. Final whistle blows. Look over to the scoreboard. 3-3. Look over the scoreboard. 3-3, and I'm thinking, what the fuck? Like, did I get a stalling call? I had just had a stalling call 15 seconds ago. I never heard another stalling call. That's bullshit. Like, what the fuck? There's so many things running through my mind at that point in
It's
time.
all saying you need a takedown, pretty much.
Well, there's so many things running through my mind at that point in time. Like, the scoreboard, it says 3-3. Like, what's going on? And so I'm walking back to the center, ready to wrestle. I'm not even hearing my music playing in the background. And I don't even know I won it until the ref grabs my hand and throws it up. And I'm like, holy shit! I just fucking won. I forget.
For real?
Yeah.
So you hadn't realized what had happened?
No, I hadn't.
Someone asked if it was 3. Was it 3-3 or
It was
not?
3. No, it was 3. It was 3-2. The scoreboard, who was ever running the scoreboard, fucked it
Oh,
up.
you're saying that confused
They
me.
no, they fucked. I don't know what happened. They fucked it up because every time I wrestled, like boom into the match scoreboard. Like I'm gonna know what the score is. I'm gonna know how much time it is, and I'm not sitting there like looking at it, but I just know. And I looked, it was 3-3, and I was like, okay, well we've got more wrestling.
Like,
I was like,
overtime?
we've got
Yeah.
more. That's what I thought. I said we've got overtime.
But then the
And-
ref
Damn.
raised your hand.
And they raised my hand because they
Yeah,
had,
holy fuck.
they had fucked it up.
Yeah.
And if you go look at the video, it's the same thing. Like if you go look at
You're like,
the national, no, you look at the national championship video, it on the scoreboard on the bottom left, it switches 3-3.
Dude, you know
It
that
also
is like
it
that-
also switches 3-3.
Full of
And I was pissed because they had fucked me out of celebration. Well, the next year, and I went and, at that same year, went and tore my PCL.
What the fuck's a PCL, dude?
The opposite of an ACL. PCL's like underneath.
Alright.
Yeah, some piece of shit from Indianapolis who was about to whoop his ass decided it was a good idea to pop my shit, which was honestly good for me. I was a little cocky.
You were too powerful.
Well, I was a little cocky, a little arrogant, and it was a little good for me.
Humbled you via fucking
via,
ligament tear.
via ligament tear. But no, yeah, so that happened, and I had to freaking wear a big-ass brace my entire senior year. And went and did that, and
You won another one, dude.
and again, I don't want to blame it. The one match I lost that year, I had broke my brace beforehand. Like I went and threw my brace on, and I had a freaking big ass piece of carbon fiber, like jamming in my leg. Kind of broke my concentration, and I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" And I ended up losing that match. A little bit of it was, I think, it was some home cooking because I was pushing this motherfucker all around the mat. But it ended up working out because in the national finals, and I've got it on my Instagram, I broke my brace during the match, like in the first period, and it was me leaning down to fix the carbon fiber jagging into my leg that led me into being able to take my shot that took him down.
You were that low already?
Well, no, that's exactly what it was. Like I'm sitting there wrestling. We had a little scramble, and I do this right here on my leg to like kind of shove up the sleeve underneath it.
Yeah.
And he reaches, and boom, there's my takedown. My
Little
blast.
high crotch, dude?
No, just blast double, man. I hit one blast double in my life, and it was there.
Damn.
But yeah, it was the same match that I lost. We could blame it on my leg or my knee brace breaking, and I could also give probably the most important match of my life to my knee brace breaking and me lowering my levels just a little bit.
Fuck, dude. If that's what happened, that's sick, dude.
Yeah. Well, one more thing, and I'll end with this and stop going on. No, seriously.
No, keep going, dude.
No, I mean, no. This is like
I was gonna ask you something. Didn't you win like the Heisman in Division II wrestling?
that was
year
no,
COVID happened?
that was that year. That
So
year.
You're a three-timer.
No, but it was just all American. But no, and this is going back to Newman and different things like that. So I went to Newman. Quick synopsis: went to Newman, didn't like it. Took a whole year off. Then went to UCO. Went and wrestled. Redshirted. Did my thing. And this is what I always say is like why I think everything happens for a reason and different things like that. You know, had I not, when I had left Newman, and went and took that year off, I mean, I put myself down so bad. Thought I was a piece of shit. Thought I was worthless. Thought I had squandered a great opportunity. But had I not made that mistake, had I not taken that year off, I would have been a COVID senior. Had I done things the traditional way, had I went and wrestled, redshirted, because I was graduating in 2015.
Yeah.
And so 5 years, 2020, COVID. But because I made that screw up, because I decided to take a year off, I was able to go win 2 national titles. I was if I had not made that screw up, I would have 0 national titles.
So you account like that in your head? Because I feel like I kind of like, when I knew that you like won that award or whatever, the COVID year where you could wrestle in the finals. So in my head, I feel like that counts as a title, dude. You're saying you discount that because you feel like you shouldn't even have any fucking titles to begin with?
No, well, I mean, I have 2. I worked my ass off for those 2. I just say I should have 3 because I shouldn't have lost my sophomore year.
Oh,
I mean, I was the best guy in the bracket, but I wasn't the best guy at that time.
But like, potentially, like, let's say you'd won that and then COVID hadn't happened, you'd have 4 titles.
No. No, well, no. If COVID hadn't happened,
let's say you wrestled that tournament.
If COVID hadn't
You would've
happened,
still only had
the
2
best,
because
the
you only
best,
got to
the
wrestle
best
for
I
2
probably
years.
could have done was, well, maybe
Oh,
the best.
you wouldn't have gotten
The best.
Yeah,
the
he wouldn't have
best
got another
I
year
ever
back.
Could have done was 3 because I went and wrestled a whole full season at Newman. Best I could have ever done was 3, but I probably got lucky with 2.
But you were the most dominant wrestler in that weight for at least 3 years consecutively.
Probably.
And then if you had won a 4th year.
Probably.
Alright.
Man, I tried to get him to get me a 4th year.
Yeah.
It's like, hey man, I didn't know.
So I'm sure, as you know, when you do something like that in Oklahoma, you pretty much become like a local celebrity. What was it like, you leave town, Heath Gray, come back to Oklahoma national champion Heath Gray? Like, what was that change like socially?
Man,
I still treated him like a weenie.
yeah. Dayton was a real one. He never treated me any differently. I mean, not too much different. Obviously I'm not going to go to Chandler, the local town hero, and I don't like, I'm running through the Walmart like trying to avoid
That's
people.
what I was like. What is it like when you go back to your small town?
Oh, dude, that's why I don't like going to Chandler, because people are going to talk to me. And I don't want
You're probably like that motherfucker. Like, I don't know that many people from Chandler, but
Hey, you get Jerry Don Best. He's a 4-timer, so he kind of outshines me, which is nice.
yeah.
Jerry Best was a bad
Pretty
dude,
much,
man.
Yeah, but I mean,
He's still a bad
other
dude
than
to this
that,
day.
I mean, I didn't notice until like, it wasn't necessarily people treating me different. It was like, hey, Heath Gray, nice to meet you. They'd be like, you wrestler? And I would kind of be like taken aback. I'd be like, yeah. You wrestled ECM? Yeah, I did.
I feel like shaking a lot of hands.
Kissing hands, shaking babies, man. Maybe it's why I lost that election back in '92.
Hey, so you don't like the attention as much. So what do you think of a champion like AJ Ferrari, who tries to like seize every second of attention?
Man,
it seems like.
I mean, it's good for the sport at times, but I mean, it's wrestling is a little humility, and I know he has it, but I think a lot of it him's trying to put on a persona. I don't think that's actually his person.
You think there's
If it is his person, and I mean, I'll tell you this, I don't think that is him. I think he's trying to sell a persona, and he's trying to sell himself, which there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But that being said, the first time I ever met him, I went down to a camp in Allen, Texas, running for Jerry Don Best, and AJ Ferrari was in a sling. He was hurt, and he came up to me and he was talking to me. And man, we talked for about 30 minutes. I probably had 30 seconds of conversation in there.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you think
Oh,
humility,
really?
bro, is there's too much humility in wrestling? Like, there almost needs to be more like WWE style, like salesmanship of the sport, dude.
Man, if that's what he's doing, I love it. I love it, but I don't know. I haven't had an in-depth conversation with him to know if that's what he's doing.
But do you think that's what wrestling needs? Like,
I mean, maybe. I mean,
that's
that's
something out of the Olympics.
no, not anymore. I mean, that was conversation back in like 2016.
Yeah.
But, I mean, not necessarily. I think wrestling's a good, humble sport, and that's the way it should be, because it's just kind of like life. The things that you do, you work, you put in, because we've all spent time in the wrestling room, and we sweated and we busted our asses off. All our friends and family and everybody we have are in there. No, we're in there. We're killing ourselves. We're doing this. For us, we might have other motivations of why we're doing it, but we're out here to succeed a goal and to do it. It's a silent sport, and it comes in. It shows itself in other ways. When we're, for example, the UFC. How many UFC champions? Like, what's the predominant sport of UFC champions? Wrestling.
Yeah.
There's like jiu-jitsu, like my numbers might be wrong, but I think it's like 29 UFC champions that were wrestlers.
Bro, I do jiu-jitsu. I think it puts you in positions to get punched in your face, dude.
Jiu-jitsu?
I think wrestling puts you in positions to punch you in the face. That's the way I see it, dude.
Wrestling puts you in position to punch people?
I think wrestling puts you in positions to punch people in the face. I think that jiu-jitsu puts you in positions to get punched in the face.
I agree with that 100%.
That's my assessment.
Jiu-jitsu is a great sport. It's a great, like, if you're out and about doing different things like that, the guys who've never been trained, if you go against a good wrestler, so you can have a really, really good wrestler go up against a guy who knows mild jiu-jitsu, and the mild jiu-jitsu guy will get him if the wrestler knows no jiu-jitsu. If a wrestler knows a little bit of jiu-jitsu and knows how not to get tapped,
you're fucked.
We saw that with Nolf.
You're fucked.
So you see that in the
Yeah.
UFC.
Because I mean, it's honestly so easy not to get tapped. It's hard. What's hard is learning all the combinations and different things like that. And like when you're in jiu-jitsu and you're rolling and it's that methodical and you're moving, like it's different when you're in there and you're doing those different things. But there's like it's so easy to be like to take it back, and especially when it's in the UFC. I mean, you've got so many different things you can do. I don't think jiu-jitsu is the best sport for the UFC, and I think that's been made apparent by. I mean, just by the
Well, especially
it's
like
evidence.
collegiate wrestling too. Like it's literally the art of like controlling someone.
Yeah.
It is. I mean,
Jiu-jitsu,
Bo
you're
Bo
trying to
Nick-
catch me.
Yeah.
Like if I can hold you down and I can get on your back, like I'm gonna tire you out with wrestling, and then I'm gonna
Well, dude,
get a hold
it's
of you
so
at some
easy.
point.
If I
Now,
were-
now aside from like heel hooks and stuff like that, but like you're
Oh,
not gonna
no.
put me in a triangle or an armbar. Or, like you might grab my
it's
foot or
not
something.
hard to stay out of it, and it's easy to get out of it. I mean, and I'm not putting down on jiu-jitsu whatsoever.
I like going
mean,
to
it's a
jiu-jitsu.
great-
We're
it's a
gonna do
great
some this weekend.
Yeah, it's a great sport. It's so awesome. I mean, I was watching The Matrix last night.
Yeah.
The first Matrix, and like Neo first gets into the combat simulation, and he's
Yeah.
like, "I'm gonna learn
So
jiu-jitsu."
you download it.
Back in the day, I was like, "Oh, jiu-jitsu? He's gonna be like learning like swinging things."
Yeah.
Now I was like, jiu-jitsu.
Does he say jujitsu in the
Yes.
Matrix?
Yeah. He's like, jiu-jitsu? I'm gonna learn jiu-jitsu.
There's no grappling in the Matrix.
There's no grappling. It's all kung fu, and that's
Yeah.
because that's exactly how it goes. And I was like, I thought, yeah.
When I was a kid, I assumed jiu-jitsu was like kung fu.
Exactly. It's like it's like the baddest name. It's the coolest name, but it's like it's just rolling around.
Dude, my opinion, I feel like you could take a really good athlete, bro. Like you take someone who's gonna go to the NFL or something, like a freak athlete. If they train striking kickboxing for 2 years, they could get pretty good and knock out a lot of people, bro. If they train jiu-jitsu for 2 years, they could get really good and win some matches, bro. You fucking train the really good athlete in wrestling for 2 years and throw him in a college wrestling tournament, he's gonna get fucked up, bro.
Say it again.
Bro, you could take a really good athlete who's like gonna
Yeah.
go to the NFL.
Yeah,
You could train him in striking, for
but
2
if,
years, he could knock people
no.
out,
Fast
bro.
forward to the wrestling.
If you put him in wrestling, dude, he's gonna get fucked up, bro. You have to, but wrestling is so technical, and there's so much like timing and
Well, dude,
practice that goes
well,
into
dude,
it.
And it's hard.
Football,
It's
dude.
hard,
Well,
bro.
hey, most sports like football,
It's an athlete sport.
football, baseball, basketball. Those are easy. Those are all easy sports. Wrestling, hard sport. I will never say jiu-jitsu is not a hard sport or not a hard
It's not as
martial art.
hard. I'm telling you
It's
it's
not
not
hard.
hard. It's not as hard.
When it gets hard, you quit.
You lay your back, bro.
you stop running as hard. You stop dribbling as hard. In wrestling and jiu-jitsu, you get hurt. Somebody chokes your ass. Somebody
Fuck
chokes
you
your,
doing?
somebody chokes your ass out. Somebody puts your face in the mat. It's different. It's the one-on-one sports are different. When a team sport, it is inherently soft. Team sport is inherently soft
Yeah.
because you have people to lean on. When you give up in a combat sport or a one-on-one sport, you're done. And I mean, we can take it back to tennis, which is not a hard sport, not a physical sport. But if you slow down, you start giving up, who's paying the repercussions for your actions? You. And what's going to happen if you slow down in a combat sport? You're going to get, worst case scenario, you're going to get fucking pinned in a wrestling match. You're going to get tapped out in a jiu-jitsu match. You're going to get knocked out in a Muay Thai,
Get
boxing.
finished regardless.
You're getting defeated, and it's one-on-one, and you have no other reason, and that's why I love the sport of wrestling, why I love all those combat sports, because it's one-on-one, and it's all personal
And you
responsibility.
can't lay on your back, bro. That's the thing about jiu-jitsu. Like, if you're that fucked up in jiu-jitsu, you can lay on your back. Like, wrestling, the fact that you can't lay on your back is what makes it so hard. Like, think about wrestling. If it's something you're getting fucked up, you just be like, oh, like
Yeah,
just,
it's
lay
over.
out.
You're getting pinned.
Yeah.
And the difference is we had this argument the other day in our coaches chat about wrestling versus other sports. Like most other sports are athletic sports, right? Like how many dudes that are playing at high level Division I football right now that don't care about the X's and O's or the technique? They're just ballers, right? They can just play sport, run ball, catch ball, tackle ball, right?
Yeah.
Wrestling, dude, you can't just do that. Like you can't be an athlete. If you put LeBron James in a wrestling mat, I'm gonna kill him. Like it's the
You
truth.
got you calling out LeBron? Dude?
I'm not saying, but any pro, just
Bro,
put,
I'd put money
insert
on-
any
Would you
pro.
wrestle
I'd put money-
Yeah, I would
I
wrestle
would
him.
put what's LeBron like 260?
Yeah, he's like
He's a big
6'8",
boy.
260.
Yeah,
Bro,
I'm
I'm putting money on Dayton.
I'm gonna get a hold
100%.
of him and ragdoll him. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, I'll
hey,
put my money on- I
freestyle,
think they will.
freestyle.
We're gonna
or
get some
folk
good
style
comments out of that.
Sure, I'll put my money on probably both.
match? Dude, folk style. I got Dayton. Freestyle. I will put my entire inheritance on him.
On LeBron?
Dude,
Nah.
inside single,
LeBron
leg
Jr.
lace. Dude, we'll go best 2 out of 3.
I'm getting
I'll
him.
put money on LeBron not even scoring a point. He's gonna have to push him out. He's gonna have to get a push
You
out
can't
point.
get cut, get a little skate.
He would look so unathletic trying to wrestle, bro. I would make him fall down on his face. It would be crazy.
Dude, he gets.
You've never
Dude,
felt
he
that
gets-
before.
He gets slapped in the face, and he's
Yeah, basketball is a very
Well,
inherently
okay,
soft sport
so
now
here,
too.
Hey, we'll do this right here. We'll do this right here, and this I think is a great representation between the difference between wrestling and basketball.
All right.
This is basketball. Foul. Hey, no. Foul. If I do that right here.
Yeah.
If I do this in wrestling, my coach is in the corner. What the fuck was that? What are you
Stalling.
doing? What are you doing? Stalling. Yeah, exactly. What the fuck are you doing?
You gotta throw him on the ground.
Like, yeah, what, are you playing fucking patty cake over here? No, club the fuck out of him and take his ass to the fucking ground.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's almost not even, it's like a different thing than like a ball sport, dude.
People don't understand. I mean, there's like being athletic and there's combat sports. Has anyone ever seen, and I think this is a great argument, I just thought of it. Has there ever been a football player, soccer player, basketball player that has went to the UFC?
There's been some
Yeah.
football
Greg
players
Hardy.
that didn't really make it.
Greg,
in the UFC.
I mean, he got knocked out a bunch, but Greg
He
Hardy.
couldn't wrestle, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they can knock people, I'm telling you, you can take an athlete, make him good at striking, but you can't make him good at wrestling, dude.
Dude, well, I think wrestling is just the great basis for anything because if you have a good wrestler who's willing to put his time, his effort in, and freaking sit in there and go into deep waters, like there's no one that's gonna go to deeper waters than a wrestler
Yeah.
because like it's the only sport I think that you can get somebody into deep waters because there's no like again boxing, you get knocked out, you're done. Jiu-jitsu, you get tapped out, you're done. If you get in a wrestling practice, you get pinned. What happens? We just let them off their back and
Yeah, keep wrestling.
you keep wrestling.
Doesn't it?
We have 30-minute goes.
30-minute grind match.
30-minute grind matches of
Yeah.
just kicking people's ass and trying to get tougher, trying to get meaner, trying to do more, trying to get into those deep waters.
Getting the worst of the 30-minute grind match is rough, dude.
Dude, I
If you get the worst of 30 minutes, it's not
I
good.
caught one of you two in a couple grind matches one time. That first year. Oh, I think it was you. We were like jumping around like Joe said, I was like, hey, he grab Joe. Bam, bam, bitch.
Hey, I'll be out wrestling, bro. Chill, dude. I'm wrestling. You know? It's in the stands.
Oh man, we about ready to call this?
I think this has been a great Cream Pod episode 14. Do you have any closing
Yeah, this has been a good. Do y'all anyone else got anything you want to plug? You
No, I
gotta.
don't think so. We're going to Dallas, Texas on August 2nd for Tracy's fight.
Dallas, hey, Tracy
Uh-huh,
Reed,
yeah.
Dallas, Texas, man.
Yeah.
He's big, dude.
Hey, well, that was the Cream Pod, episode 14. Hey, thank you to our guests, Heath Gray, Dayton Garrett, for coming out. We fucking love y'all. And hey, we're on Spotify now. You know, you might not always have the time to sit down and look at our pretty faces for an hour and a half, but lucky for you, you can pop in your AirPods, turn on Spotify, and we're right there with you. So go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.